Okay, all of us on the call today, we would. All right, all right. So me and you today would always prefer somebody that has experience. I'm not even talking about an employer today. I'm not talking about an employer. I'm not talking about a company, a business, or anything like that. I'm talking about you and I. We would always choose people that have experience. Okay? So take, for example, you are looking to fixing your laptop. Something is wrong with your laptop and you want to fix your laptop. You would likely go somewhere you know people have the experience of fixing the laptop. All right. And if you walk into the store or the shop, okay, to fix your laptop, and the person that comes to meet you comes off, as intern on their lapel, or as begin that denotes that the person is just starting to fix a laptop, you will be very hesitant to give that person your laptop. All right. I'm a guy, a barber shop. I use this example every single time. If I go to cut my hair and I notice that the person that is available to cut hair is the beginner, is someone that's still learning, I would be hesitant to give that person my head to cut. Do you understand? It's going to be very difficult for me to do that. So you see, at every point in time, if you look at yourself, with you making decisions, selecting vendors that you want to work with, you'll find out that you're always tilting to the person that has experience. This person has done it before. I trust this person. So experience builds trust. So the main problem now is when you're looking at getting a job today, where do you get this experience? Okay, that provides you with the trust. Okay, where do you build that experience? Where do you get that experience? That's the challenging thing that most people are facing today. So it's not about the fact that there are no jobs or jobs don't exist. I'm going to go to the job board today and you see there are jobs. There are a lot of jobs. Just on the NHS website, there are jobs that can actually take everybody on the call. There's just 61 people on the call. You see, there are jobs that will cover every single person. Okay. And guess what? We're not all in the same career path. The most interesting thing that you need to understand here is you are always going to choose someone that has experience over somebody that doesn't. And that's why we created Amdari to help you, all right, to help everybody, gain that quality experience, related experience that is needed for them to get in a job. And that's Amdari in short. We focus on a certain number of career paths, and there's a reason why we focus on this career path. Okay. And I'm going to shed more light on that in a few minutes. Okay. So jumping straight into the session, like I said, I need to share some statistics with you to make you feel at home. Okay. To make you feel comfortable, to make you feel like you're in the right place. Okay. So there is the Amdari internship success statistics that I'm going to share with you. All right. Now, the statistics is 6 out of 10 of our interns will land a job within 4 months. Okay, so the internship program with Abdari is for 4 months. So I'm saying that in that 4 months duration of the internship, 6 out of 10 of our interns will get a job. All right, now that number increases to nine. So six people becomes nine in 7 months. All right. So you see, in that 7 months duration, all right, 9 out of 10 of our interns will get a job. Now, am I saying the truth? Am I lying? Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you everything. I'm not gatekeeping any information. So I just want you to focus. The reason why I'm sharing the statistics with you is not to brag or anything. It's to let you know that we are not playing. Okay. We're not playing here. That's what I'm saying. So 6 out of 10 of our interns in 4 months, that number increases to 9 out of 10 interns in 7 months. All right. Now, the other thing is 85% of our interns will land interviews, at least two interviews within the first 4 weeks. All right. 85% of our interns will land two interviews within the first 4 weeks. How do we do it? I will show you. It's not magic. It's not just me talking. It's not just me saying things. All right. I'm going to show you every single thing. And last but not the least, 100% of people who landed jobs have said that the work experience and the reference letter is what helped them get the job. 100% of the people that have gotten jobs have said that the work experience internship and the reference letter is what helped them get the job. And that's essentially what we're going to be focusing on today. All right. To let you know These are the critical things that you need in order for you to get a job. So without wasting too much time, this is a typical example. This is Chinanye, okay? Chinanye went through the project management internship, and currently she got a job working as a project manager within 2 months. That's to, right on the point I started with, okay? So I'm going to play this for a few seconds so you can see it for yourself. I'm going to play this for a few seconds. All right, just the
Are you done
intro.
with your internship or you're still in the program?
I'm still in the process, interestingly.
Wow.
We're just
Wow.
2 months
What
in.
months? 2 months
No, we are
in.
now in month 3. So yeah. So I got the job
So you
just
got
almost
the
like
job
end of
when you were
month 2.
about 2 months in.
Yeah, just about 2 months
Wow. At
in
the
was
end
when
of
I got the
month
job.
2.
Yeah.
Amazing. Wow, that was pretty fast. Who would have thought?
All right, that's Chinanye. Got a job working as a project manager with the NHS within 2 months of starting the internship. All right, and that's just one person. Don't worry. If you say it's just one out of so many people have gone, don't worry. I'm going to show you everything. You don't need to doubt because doubt is something that we know a lot of people, especially Nigerians, Africans, some Nigerian, all right, would have. Okay, to say that, oh, somebody got a job in 2 months. Is it possible? Don't worry. I'm going to share everything with you. Okay, no gatekeeping any information. This is Pedro. Pedro got a job as a OT security. OT stands for Operations Technology, working in cybersecurity with the NHS, full visa sponsorship. All right, working with the NHS. And if you listen to Pedro, I don't want to take too much time, getting you guys to listen to, all the people that have gotten jobs. But, if we have enough time towards the end of the session, I'm going to play some of these videos again so you can get to see them. All right, but essentially, what's Pedro's story? Pedro, new to the UK, completed his master's, was looking at getting a job, applied severally, couldn't get a job, came through the internship, did, the cybersecurity internship, and now currently works as an operations technology specialist with the NHS. And that's the story. Okay. I will spend some more time, as we go on, to talk about all this thing. So let's jump straight into the session today. That's just a nice breaker to let you know to take this serious. This session, take it seriously. All right. So the statistics and all those things and the testimonials I showed with you is just to let you know to take this session seriously. Okay. Now, what are we doing today? We're going to be talking about four things, four critical information. We're only here for the next 60 minutes, 60, 90 minutes, ridiculously. All right. And I'm keeping track of that. Now, number one is we're going to focus on how immigrants are landing NHS tech roles without work experience, UK work experience, and the practical steps, of you landing your own. We're going to talk about number two, the pathway to securing a visa sponsored job within 4 months. The key thing here is getting a job within 4 months. Okay, so the timeline for us, the internship is for 4 months. So within that 4 months internship, how do you land a job? That's what we're going to talk about. Number three is how the Amdari Work Experience internship helps you land a job. Okay, that's the key thing. How the Amdari Work Experience internship, how that internship helps you land a job. We're going to discuss that, in the session. And last but not the least, we have a limited and a special offer for you. If you wait to the end of the session, you will get to know more about the special offer that we have for you. Nobody else, you listening to me today. So, we have a special offer for you. Now, who is this person speaking to you? My name is Itemena Ipro. I have a wealth of experience, over a decade experience working in the tech space. I lived and worked in Ireland, lived and worked in the UK, and I'm currently based in Canada. I have 3 years of experience working in Ireland, another 3+ years experience working in the UK, and over 3 years again in Canada. So I have a wealth of experience when it comes to getting a job. The key thing for me, all right, starting all the businesses I've worked in, is helping people like myself land better jobs in the tech space. Now, a brief about my story is 2 years. 2 years. It took me 2 years, solid years, to get to my job getting my first tech role. All right. And you see, when I got my first job, the question that kept bothering me was, why did it take me 2 years to get this job? Okay. Why did it take me 2 years to land my first job? And I felt one of the major things is communication. All right. A lot of people don't know what it takes for you to get a job. Okay. So you see a lot of people writing certificates, and certificates are great. I'm not gonna, say that, oh, it's terrible, don't go do it and all that. Certificates are great, but too many times people focus so much on certificates. All right. I met somebody recently and the person has so many certificates, Prince 2, PMP, LinkedIn. I was like another person in cybersecurity, Cisco, Cisco, this, and still the person is not, the person has been looking for a job. So you see, people don't know what it takes for them to get a job. So if you ask yourself today, what does it take for you to get a job? What do you need to have in order for you to get that job? Most people will think something else. Okay. So that's the reason why we're having sessions like this. So we get to tell you, I get to tell you what you need. I get to show you what you actually need to get in a job. Now, today's section is going to be focused on the NHS because, like I said, it's sponsorship. A lot of people are looking for sponsorship job. And we're going to be looking at it, and that's the first question we're going to answer. You see, that's the first question I'm going to, sort of answer for you today is what do you need today to land a job in the NHS? That's the first question you need to answer because the moment you know, it becomes easier for you to do. All right. I've worked with a ton of professionals across the UK, from Scotland to London to literally every aspect of the UK, and I've helped a ton of them get jobs within the NHS. So the key question I get to tell these people that have gotten jobs is, what do you need today? Not tomorrow, not next week, not next year. What do you need now? Now, today, as we're talking on the call, what do you need today in order for you to land a job with the NHS? All right, that's exactly what we're going to talk about. The first thing we're going to talk about. So, you see, what do you need to land a job? A lot of people will go ahead, spiral, around certificates and this and that, technology and all that. But I'm gonna cut to the chase. The first thing is skill. Okay, the first thing you need is skill, like a specific set of skills. All right. So the honest question here, I put the honest question. The honest question there is for you to think deeply about the situation where you are or the career path you're going into. Now, if you have the career path that you're going into, what skills do you have? Okay, technology skills, core skills, technical skills. What skills do you have? Now, I'm not talking about, oh, I am a very I'm a detailed oriented professional. That's not what I'm talking about. Okay. I can work under pressure. I have good communication skills. That's just great stuff. Okay. But that's not what I'm talking about. Okay. All right. I'm talking about an actual technical skills. So if you're looking at project management, it's not about, oh, I know how to manage projects. I know how to work with cross-functional team. The thing about those things, all those, examples of skills is that they are not measurable. Okay, you can't measure them in the sense that how do you go for an interview and tell the person, take a chance on me. I have very good, I have good communication skills. How do you measure communication skills? How do you measure your detail oriented? It's immeasurable. You can't measurable. You can't measure those kind of qualities, those kind of skills. You can't measure them. So it's going to be difficult for you to convince somebody that you're really good at that thing. Do you understand? So when I'm talking about skills, you need to tell me the technical skills you have experience in. All right, you have done, you've used, or you're very good at. Okay, so what technical skills are you good at? Even looking at cybersecurity, have you worked with Splunk? All right, have you worked with Splunk? Have you worked with Wazoo? Okay, have you used SQL? And SQL injections and so on and so forth. Those are technical skills that you have. Okay. Now, if you're going into project management, do you know how to work with Jira, Trello? Do you know how to use AI in all this platform to make your work faster and better? That is skill. Do you understand? That's the skill that you need. So you see, writing that certification is great, but at the end of the day, people want measurable content, measurable skills. All right. Oh, you worked with Trello, you've worked with, or you're a data analyst, you've worked with Power BI, you've worked with, Excel, you've worked with Tableau, you've used AI in all these features, you've used AI to, for data cleaning and so on and so forth. You're a business analyst. What technical skills do you have? And how have you implemented it? That's the next question. So you see, the next thing is experience. Okay. The next thing is quality experience, relatable experience, NHS relatable experience. All right. Have you done anything within the healthcare space before? All right. And if you haven't, can you tell me a related experience, something related that, once you're talking about it, I will know that you can do the job. That's exactly what you're talking about. So experience. So experience basically means that I can trust this person to do the job. Okay, I can trust this. I use this example every single time. I'm saying that. I say that, you see, let's use the experience of a laptop. You go in to fix your laptop. You have something wrong with your MacBook or your HP or your Lenovo, whatsoever. Now you get into the store, okay, where you're going to fix your laptop. And immediately you walk in, the person that is, that walks up to you to say, "Oh, welcome to the store. How are you doing today?" And everything. You saw from the beginning that the person has cleaner written on their jacket. And the jacket the person is wearing has cleaner written on it. All right. Then the person is asking you a question. Okay, what are you in for? The person, you say you are in for your laptop. Person, oh, bring your laptop. I'm going to help you fix it. Let me take a look at it, and I'll let you know what the problem is. You are going to hesitate. You are going to hesitate because how is a cleaner going to fix a laptop? All right. How is a cleaner going to fix a laptop? You see, that's one of the major challenges that people have. Okay. And why am I saying this? People will say they are looking for UK experience. Okay. They'll go and work in a warehouse. Okay. And they'll put warehouse on their CV to apply for a business analyst job. How are you currently working as a warehouse operative? But I should trust you to become a business analyst. Do you understand? Or you're currently working in the care space, you put care just because you want to show UK experience. You put care worker on your CV and apply for a cybersecurity role. How are you currently working as a care worker and you're applying for a cybersecurity role? Who's going to trust you? It's the same thing. You would not trust the cleaner that is, that says that, oh, give me your laptop, let me fix. Okay. You would not trust the person. You would ask for a manager. Can I see the manager? Can I see somebody that, somebody, and the person says that, oh, I am the person. I am the manager. I just what is just a camouflage. I am that person that you're looking for. When they look at your CV and they see something that is separate from the career path that you're applying to. You're currently working, as a restaurant, or you're working in the restaurant, and you're applying for a data analyst position, but your CV is reading, receptionist. It doesn't work that way. So the thing now, three things. Number one, skills. What skills do you have? We'll talk about that. The next thing is experience. Those skills that you say you have, what experience do you have to accompany it? So when you go for an interview, you're not going to be talking about things that are not real. You're going to be talking about things that you have done before. All right. And last but not the least is employability. All right, employability. And this is I would say, the one of the most significant things that will separate you from every other applicant. And the reason why I'm saying this is very simple. I failed that interview so badly. Okay. I failed that interview so badly. And I'll tell you this, a lot of Africans don't know how to interview. All right. Now let me ask a very, very quick question. All right. This question comes out in every interview. And that question is, tell me about yourself. All right. Tell me about yourself. Now, tell me about yourself. It's not you telling them about your past experiences. Oh, I started working as an intern in 2015. In 2015 to 2016, I worked as an intern. From there, I became a business analyst working in this organization. Then I moved to this organization. Then I worked in. Tell me about yourself is not to narrate your past experience. Okay, it's not for you to talk about where you started to how you got to where you are today. That's not tell me about yourself. Tell me about yourself is a mini sales pitch. Okay, it's a mini sales speech. And the reason why I'm saying this today is a lot of people will fail at NHS interview because of this. All right. So it's a mini sales speech in a sense that you need to talk about four things. All right. Tell me about yourself. You need to talk about four things. And these four things are S, E, A, C. Okay. And what are these four things? skill, number one. Now, not any generic skill that you have. Okay, the skill that is related to the role. Now let's do something a little practical or a little practical. So I'm going to go to the NHS website, NHS jobs, okay, UK. And the reason why I'm going here is so that you can see for yourself. Okay, you can see. So let's just take for a start, let's take a data analyst position. All right. This is not the practical aspect, but I just want us to go through this SEAT. Okay. Skill, experience, achievement, and tie it back to the role. All right. So let's take a look at this. This is master code, this is a data analyst role. Let's just take a look at this for the sake of tell me about yourself. Now, for every role, okay, there is something to call there's a job responsibility and there is the person specification. Now, what is person specification? What does it mean? It means this is what I am looking for. Okay. So basically, the NHS have said that this is the person we are looking for. Okay. This is the person we're looking for. Person specification, a spec. Okay. When you say someone is a spec, what does it mean? The person ticks the boxes to what you are looking for. Oh, the person is tall. The person is dark skinned. The person is light skinned. The person is a bit chubby. The person is muscular. The person, you have all these requirements. All right. And the person ticks the boxes for you. That's person specification. So imagine you going for an interview, okay, and they're asking you, oh, tell me about you. And you are rambling about everything that is not the person that they're looking for. Oh, I have 10 years of experience where I worked in Nigeria. I worked as a data, I worked as a this, I worked as a that. You know, from this, I went to this. You ramble for like 5 minutes and you never talked about the person they are looking for. So when you're talking about, tell me about yourself, you need to talk about four things, like I said. Skill. Now they've told you the skills that they're looking for. Okay, advanced data analysis in a MX SQL, that's Microsoft SQL, to interrogate, interpret, and send, analyze complex data to meet customer needs. Number one, IT literacy, including extensive working knowledge of Excel. So Excel is like a very big one for this role. All right, thorough knowledge of understanding relational databases, SQL, that major thing. All right. So you see, knowledge of information system, which includes the ability to operate and manipulate data from databases. You see, these things that I'm looking for, when you're talking about, tell me about yourself, kind of skill. I mean, if you're vast in using Python, for example, okay, they are not looking for somebody that knows how to use Python. So if you go there and start talking about you use Python, pandas, NumPy, you can create machine learning models, you're not the person they're looking for. Do you understand what I'm saying? So a lot of people want to go very advanced, because they're looking for Excel, but I can use Python. So I'm going to go there to talk about Python. It's to your disadvantage. Okay. So you're looking at skill. Number two is experience. So you would read this over and over again. You would always see experience. And experience is what they're looking for. So when they say advanced data analysis skill, it means that you have experience. You've done this over and over. So you have that advanced skill set. All right. So skill, experience. Number three is achievements. Number three is achievements. Now, when you're talking about achievements, you need to brag about the things that you've done. Not necessarily brag in a boastful way, but you need to tell them how you've been successful, how you've done these things, all these things that you've done. You've talked about your skill, your experience, how it has impacted the businesses that you've worked in before. All right. How you've impacted the businesses that you've worked in before. That's achievement. You need to talk in. Oh, yes. When I was working as a data analyst with Amdari, okay, we had a client of ours that had this particular challenge. We did I use Excel, I use SQL to do XYZ. And based on my analysis, based on this, it led to a 60% increase in customer acquisition. Do you understand? Oh, when I did this particular thing, as a business analyst working with Amdari, this is what I did, and it led to this impact. You need to talk about those impact. And they tell me about yourself. And it has to relate to this role. So you see, in the job description, they tell you exactly what they need you to do. So if that's your achievement, tailor it to what they are looking for. Okay? So imagine if you want to sew a cloth. And I use relatable experiences so you get to understand what I'm saying. Imagine you want to sew a suit, okay? And you're speaking to you're speaking to 10 tailors, and only one tailor tells you that, oh, and only one tailor is asking you, oh, what material suit are you working with? And you're like, okay, nobody has asked me this question. All right. And you actually wanted to use a very unusual material. Okay. Well, you spoke to 10 people, but only one person is telling you, asking you, what material do you want to use to sew your suit? Okay. And the person tells you, oh, fantastic. You tell the person the material, and the person says, oh, fantastic. I do have experience working with that exact material. And the last person that I did this for was able to win the best dressed something, something, something in this particular award. You are likely going to go with that person because first of all, the person knows the material. Secondly, the person has worked with that material. Thirdly, the person got success with that material, with that particular work. You are likely going to cater to the person. So you see, employability is one of the major things that hinders a lot of people with getting a job. All right. So three things you need to you need to answer yourself is, what skills do I have today? What experience can I talk about when I go for NHS where, interviews? All right. Because you're going to go for interviews. Okay. Trust me, with whatever I'm going to teach you today, you will get interviews. Okay. All right. Now, the next thing is, it's not just going for interviews. Okay. It's actually getting that job. And what guarantees that you get that job is, can you sell yourself? Can you talk about your experiences? Can you talk about the skills that you want, the skills that you have? Can you sell yourself to this person or to the employer that I am the best person for the role? So these are the three things that you need to get in a job. And you don't see certificate there. You don't see your degree in there. You don't see any of those things there because they really don't matter. They don't matter. Okay. All right. I've used laptop for example too much. Let's say you want to hire, you want to get an Uber. When you enter the Uber, what are you looking at? You're looking at rating. Okay. How many ratings does this person have? Or you want to go for a restaurant. You want to get other people's experience of that restaurant. Okay. You're looking for people's experience, a rating, 5%, 5 star, 4 star, 4.3 star. You're looking for rating. Okay. For you to trust that you're going to get a good experience. So moving on, a real life depiction of what employers are looking for. And I'm going to do this practically. Okay. So Bola is an HR manager. Okay. She is HR and she's looking at hiring a data scientist for a bank. Now, get the drift. She's hiring a data scientist for a bank. Okay. And all of us today, how many people do we have now? We have over 70 people. All right. So all of us, over 80 people now, sorry. So we have over 80 people on the call. So we all have to, I want all of us, okay, every single one of us, okay, to help Bola make a decision. Okay. I want all of us. So we drive the point a bit home. Okay. So number one candidate is Richard. Okay. Remember, Bola is hiring a data scientist for a bank. Okay. So number one candidate is Richard. Okay. So Richard just completed his master's in data science and has completed some certifications, okay, in data science also, but has no practical experience and is highly willing to grow in the role. Like this guy is willing to, get his hands dirty, to get started, to learn on the job, that kind of thing. All right. Number two is Shay. Okay. Shay has no data science degree or certification, nothing. Has no data science certifications or degree or whatsoever, but has a portfolio of banking data science projects. So you see, when you're asking questions around what have you done, with data science, she can talk about different practical things that she has done, especially when it comes to banking. Oh, I've done this project in banking. I've done that project in banking. Oh, I've done a churn analysis. I've done customer recommendation. I've done this. I've done that and all that. So she has good practical experience when it comes to data science, especially in the bank. Now we have the third person, Ayo. Okay. Ayo has the master's in data science also and some certifications, but has only worked on projects, agricultural data science project. Now, this is a real situation. Okay, this is a real situation, and I'm going to tell you the story in a few seconds. All right. So which of these people would you go with? Would you go with Ayo that has a data science master certification, but has only worked on agricultural products? The project, okay? I've only done agri project. So the predicting disease in a cow, predicting, disease in a plant, and all that kind of fun stuff. Okay. She has no degree or certification, in any of this data science, in any data, but she has a practical wealth of experience in solving data science related projects in data science, especially for banks. And number one is Richard, Masters in Data Analytics, has completed some certifications, but no practical experience and is looking to grow within the organization. Who would you go with? All right, so let me see. So let me come here. I'm going to come to the charts so we can see. Okay, so drop the comment. Who would you go with? Richard, Shay, or Ayo? Okay, let me see what people would choose at the end of the day. So we have Shay, is fit for the role, Shay. Somebody said Ayo. Okay, interesting. All right. We have Shay also, we have Ayo. All right. So it's tilting towards Shay, majorly Shay. All right. Tilting towards Shay. And somebody's saying Ayo. And I'm not sure. Okay. Agricultural products. Okay. So only have data science and agriculture. And this is a real situation. Let me tell you the situation. So you get more idea about what I'm talking about. All right. Now, this was actually one of our interns in Amdari, okay, before he went through the internship. So I was speaking to him and he told me that he had gone for a couple of interviews, okay, and one of them was with a fintech, okay. So I was asking him, like, how did the interview go? What questions did they ask you? And, we went on to talk about, all the questions they asked during the interview. And long story short, I was asking what experiences were you sharing when you got there? So the guy just completed his master's and his thesis project was something agricultural. It was based on an agric, predicting diseases in cow. Okay. How are you going for a fintech interview for a data science role? And you're talking about predicting diseases in a cow. How does that relate to a fintech business? It's not going to work. Like I said, even it was 4 or 5 years ago, that would have worked because I mean, you can do it in agriculture. You are likely going to bring that knowledge into this particular role. But now people are looking towards, you're doing it in the cloud, you're doing it in the agricultural space. I mean, that means cool continue doing this in the agricultural space. I will continue searching for somebody that has related experience. That's exactly what I'm talking about today. So in today's job market, Ayo will struggle to get a job outside of agriculture. Okay. But Sheyi also will struggle if it's something outside of banking because everybody has niched themselves into one particular sector. All right. So take for example, back in the days, I worked majorly in supply chain. So my experience was majorly in supply chain. But the moment I wanted to move out of supply chain, okay, I wanted to do something fun, something different. I needed to start creating projects and learning about those things in order for me to pivot. And that's exactly what you need to have at the back of your mind. So you need relatable experience, okay, related experience. And that's something that you need to have at the back of your mind. So now, focusing on the NHS, what a career path guarantees I land a job with the NHS? Okay, now that's what we're going to be focusing now. We're delving practically now, gradually, we're going in practically. So we know exactly what skills you have. Okay, what skills, what you need to get a job, skill, experience, and employability. Now we're delving into what a career guarantees and land a job with the NHS, guarantees and land a job. Now, the focus here is visa sponsorship, not any type of role, not land a job in any role. We're looking at UK visa sponsorship. So because it's UK career, it's UK visa sponsorship, there are certain things that we need to consider. So now we're looking at the right career for you to get a visa sponsor job with the NHS. All right. So the thing here is avoid reliance on your degrees and certificates. Oh, I have a degree in project management. That's what I want to go do. Oh, I have a degree in international business. No. Okay. Okay. What we're going to be talking about today is totally outside of your degrees and your certificates. Okay. Now, your past experience is 100% valid. Okay. Your past experience or industry experience is 100% valid. You can leverage your past experience in the UK to get in the job. So everybody's looking at, oh, how can I backdate 10 years? So all my past experiences, it's now, in that career, but don't worry. That's part of the things we're going to talk about. Your past experience is valid. You don't have to do away with your past experience. You just have to leverage that past experience. Number three is bulk application. It basically means no job strategy. Okay, they're all in the same boat. So bulk job application means you're just applying. Let me just keep applying. Okay, one of them would likely call me for an interview, or what I would likely get a job if I keep on trying. That is a very bad strategy. It's a bad, terrible strategy. So you see, bulk application basically means no strategy. Now, what we're going to do now, okay, because we're looking at sponsorship in the UK, I say this every single time. Focus on acquiring skills and experience in careers that guarantees you sponsorship. I'll read it again for you. Focus on acquiring skills and experience in careers that guarantees you visa sponsorship. Now, I want you guys to feel the attendance because what I'm going to be showing now is going to be very practical. Okay, very practical. So I'm going to show you, the links, the session is recorded. You'll get access to the recording only if you feel the attendance. Okay. So focus on acquiring skills and experience in careers that guarantees you a job. Now, the reason why we're saying this is if you're looking for sponsorship in the UK, you need to be aware of what we call the SOC code. SOC, SOC codes. All right. And what are these SOC codes? Okay. For each of the career paths we're going to be talking about today, they all have their SOC codes. So this link, the slides I'm going to be sharing with you, if you feel the attendance. So if you go to the comment section, the comment of this our session today, you will get to see my colleague is dropping the link for you to, fill the attendance. So I'm going to be sharing all these things with you. All right. So I'm going to click on this and I'm going to show you, this is the government of UK, the website for the gov.uk website. All right. So you see skilled worker visa, eligible occupations. So we're focusing on visa sponsorship in the NHS. All right. Visa sponsorship in the NHS. That's what we're going to be focusing on. So you see, find out the jobs eligible for skilled worker visa. So this table provides you with every information about the jobs that have guaranteed you visa sponsorship. So now we're going to be looking at this. We have the data analyst position, we have the data scientist, cloud data engineer, cybersecurity, business analyst, and project manager. Now we're going to be looking at these sub codes. So if you look at this sub code, this is 2133. That's the data analyst. So let's take a look at that. 2133. So if you scroll up to that, okay, you'll see this. You see IT business analyst, architect, and systems designer. All right. So we're looking at computer analysts and scientists. Okay. So data analysts and scientists, data architects, data engineers, IT systems architects, IT business analysts. You see, these are roles that can be sponsored. Basically, that's what it means. So these roles that you have here can sponsor. So if you get a job as an IT business analyst, for example, or a data engineer, you can get sponsored. So these are the roles that we're going to be focusing on. The roles that can guarantee you visa sponsorship. All right. If you scroll down to, you see 2135, cybersecurity professionals. So you see cyber operational defense specialist. Okay. Cyber defense. When you say defense, you're defending against cyber attack. Okay. So that's when you're looking at threat intelligence, you're looking at security operations center, and all of that. Basically, those are the career paths you're going to be looking at. Now, if you're looking at cybersecurity management and governance specialist, you're looking at GRC. So that's governance, risk, compliance, and all that. That's where you fall into that. Okay. You say forensic computer specialist. All right. You're looking at, ethical hacking, penetration testing, and so on and so forth. All right. If you scroll up a little bit, you'll see IT managers, you'll see IT project managers. So project management can get your visa sponsored. So the reason why we are focusing on this career path is very simple. The reason why we're focusing on this career path is for visa sponsorship. So we're not going to be looking at all career paths in the NHS. We're going to be looking at career paths that can get your visa sponsored. Simple and that's the simple way to put it. All right. So we're going to be focusing on career path that guarantees you visa sponsorship. So if you have questions like, oh, what about this? What about this role? What? No, we're not looking at every single role. We're looking at higher probability of you landing a job. So the goal for us here is simple. You should get a job. The goal is for you to get a job. Okay. That's what essentially we're focusing on. So these are the stock codes. So if you fill the attendance, you get access to this material so you can see all these things for yourself. You can click the links, you can check out all these things yourself. Okay. And if you have any questions, you're good to go. We would have a live call to answer questions. Okay. Then I put something here for you to know. If you have completed courses in these careers, you are above 70% of most applicants. If you've completed a course in that is tailored to this career path, you are above 70% of most applicants. And I'll tell you that particularly like me working with people that are, getting jobs in the NHS. I'll say this, prior to them coming to Ondari, they applied for this job. All right. And guess what? They don't have any experience. Majority of people don't have the experience, don't have the criteria for them to get in this job. So the key question I usually ask them is, what do you think? How do you think you're going to get a job? You don't have any practical experience. You don't know what it takes for you to get a job in the NHS. Why are you, bulk apply? I feel like I was going to get it. I was trying. Everybody said I should try, so I'm trying, and so on and so forth. So you see, the key thing here is if you've taken the course, all right, you're at least 70 out by default, you are both 70% of most applicants. So I want you to give me a one in the chat. Type a one in the chat if you've taken a course in your desired career path. And you can see the career path on the screen. Give me a number one in the chat if you've taken a course in any of these career paths. That will guarantee what I'm saying today. So if you've taken a course in any of this career path, just give me a one in the chat, okay? Makes it easier for us to move ahead. All right. All right. So I can see the ones coming in. Okay, fantastic. That's good. Stella. Okay. Lua Bumi. Okay. Resource Spotlist. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. That's good. All right. So now let's move on. We're delving into the practical aspects in a few minutes. Okay. What's happening? All right. So now, okay, just to cut to the chase, we have the right career, the right work experience, and we have the job application strategy. All right. Now, if we're looking at sponsorship, we've looked at the right career path that will guarantee you sponsorship, the right work experience. The reason why we have this here is the amount of money you need to get visa sponsored is 41,700. Okay, that's the baseline. Okay, so if people tell you, oh, you can look for graduate roles and graduate roles are not that expensive, you can get some of 38, something, something. And I tell you that, I tell everybody this. There is no entry level job, especially even looking for sponsorship today. There is no entry, there are not too many entry level jobs. They don't even exist, to be honest with you. All right. Especially when you're looking at the tech space, you rarely will find it's like looking for a needle in a haystack. All right. So the salary is 41,700. That's the baseline that we work with Amdari. And when we are doing our job search in a few minutes, you'll see the reason why. It just makes it easier for you to get a sponsorship. Like if you can get a job that pays you 42,000, 43,000, you know without a doubt you have met all the criterias for you to get a visa sponsor job. So, those are the things we're going to talk about. Then we have the job application strategy. I'm also going to talk about that in a few minutes. So now let's jump straight into the practical session without taking too much time. So let me close this tab. I'll go to the NHS. So now let's go straight to the NHS website. So if you're looking at getting a job, let's start practically now. You're looking for a job in the NHS. All right. Just go to your browser, type in NHS jobs UK. NHS jobs UK. All right. So now you see the first one, you see apply on NHS jobs. Come here. And you see the reason why I spoke about these things I'm going to show you the reason why I spoke about it. The right career, the right work experience, and the job application strategy. All right. And that's basically what we're going to be focusing on now. So search for jobs, go to search. You see this, go to search. And this is where now the NHS website is honestly I honestly like the way they built their website, especially when it comes to job search. All right. And I'll tell you the reason why. Now, if you're looking at getting a job as a data analyst, I'm going to start off with a data analyst, then I'll move to other career path. Okay, if we have enough time. All right. So I'm going to start with the data analyst. So let's take a look at data analyst. Now, the interesting thing about this is the job search. The NHS website is built in a way that it searches for individual keywords. All right. So you have data, it will search for any role that has the title data in it. Okay. It will also search for roles that have the word analyst in it in the same job description. All right. Now, if there are other roles that you want to search alongside this, okay, that you feel like it's going to be important. Now, for the NHS, there's something they call the information analyst. It's usually a data analyst. They also call it information analyst. We can search for that separately, or I could just add it to this, okay? Because it's going to look for every role that has information in it, okay? So now you can add a location depending on what you're looking at, okay? Then I would search. Now looking at this, I'm going to search for this, and I'm going to search for this. And now we have seen 7,600 jobs found. When I started the session, I said that there are so much jobs in the NHS that it can take every single one of us. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Now we have 7,600 openings at the moment for the role of a data analyst or information analyst or whatever. Like I said, it's a search for individual keywords and it's to show you. Let's see if there's any information. You see this data and information administrator. That's why I love the way the NHS do their website. But now 7,000 jobs doesn't mean because you see 7,600 jobs on the NHS website, it means 7,600 companies can sponsor my visa. No, that's not what it means. Okay. So now you see, you going to calm down a little bit, you will see refine your search. Okay. And that's what you need to do next. Refine your search. Now, distance, I'm not going to do anything with distance because I need a job. So I would focus on what works for me. But I mean, if distance is something that's a criteria for me, you're seeing somewhere that is remote, or you don't want to shuffle to London, or you don't want to shuffle anywhere, you can put in those restrictions. Okay. I'm just going to open it out so you see exactly what it is. So now for you to get visa sponsorship, this is the filter that you need to work with. If you're looking for visa sponsorship, these are the things that you need to work on, the filters you need to have. Now, the first one is contract, okay? And you need to be permanent. It has to be a permanent position, okay? It has to be a permanent position. You cannot be a fixed term contract and get sponsorship. It doesn't work that way. You cannot be an apprentice. You cannot be an apprenticeship and get visa sponsorship. You can't be on any of these ones and get visa. It has to be permanent. First, number one filter, contract type, permanent. Now, the next one is pay range. Like I said, a 20,000 salary cannot sponsor your visa. A 35,000 salary cannot sponsor your visa. Why are you applying for these jobs? Do you get me? So you need to apply the filter 40K, 40 to 50, 50 to 60. Now you'll be scared. Can I get a job of £50,000? Yes, you can. Have we worked with people that got jobs in 50K and above? Yes. 50, 60K. Yes. 100%. So the only reason why you'll be scared of a £50 role is because you feel like you don't have the experience for you to get that job. Now imagine if you can feel that confident applying and getting that job and performing well on that job. Would you want to try it out? 100%. So why not try it out? So you see, pay range is another thing I'm going to focus on. So two things we're going to be looking at. We have working pattern also. It has to be full time. So working pattern, full time, contract type, permanent, and the pay range is 40 to 50, 50 to 60. Now, please, the session is recorded. If you want to get access to the recording, please ensure you fill the attendance. So the session is recorded. Okay. So these are the filters that you need to apply. Pay range 40 to 50, 50 to 60. Contract type, ensure it is permanent. Okay. And last but not the least, working pattern is full time. Okay. So once you're done with that, click on apply filter. Okay. Now, the moment I clicked on that, you see it was 7,600 initially. Now, 7,600 has filtered down to 1,600, which is still more than enough for everybody on this call today. Okay, which is still more than enough for every single person that we have on the call today. Now, you see, this is a lead data analyst role. This is an advanced information analyst role. This is £49, £49,000 to like £56,000. Fantastic, well above the threshold. So now let's take a look at this. A lot of people will be scared of the lead data analyst position, but let's take a look at this advanced information analyst. Okay, so I'm going to open this in a new tab, and then we'll do a deep dive into this role. To, I mean, even a data analyst in the house. I mean, for data analysts in the house, give me a W in the charts. W in the chat. Drop a W in the charts. I mean, that's what people say now, okay? And this is a live session. So give me a W in the charts, yeah? So if you're a data analyst, I'd like to, okay, fantastic. I see my data analyst in the house also. I'm still going to do maybe project management or business analyst. Then we'll close it off from today. All right, so now let's take a deep dive into this data analyst role. This is an advanced information analyst role. A lot of people will be scared because it has the word advanced in it. But now let's take a deep dive into it so you know exactly how advanced is with the NHS. All right. So job summary: to work with as a part of a dynamic team in delivering an effective business analytics and intelligence services, supporting the executive team, and so on. These are all grammars, big grammars. All right, so let's go straight down to the job responsibility. So you see, to support operational divisions to ensure effective management decision in service delivery, development, and performance management through provision of high quality accurate with just long English for analyze data. Do you understand? This is just a long sentence to tell you you're going to analyze data. What it means, like you're going to analyze data and do presentations. That's what it means. Understand and interpret highly complex information and analytical requirements, assess the purpose of outfit for which outputs are required and support. You see, the key thing here about, you see, when I'm talking about, it took me 2 years to get to my first job. And the reason why I needed to say that is because of job descriptions like this. Now you read this and you see that understand and interpret highly complex information. What does highly complex? What does it mean? That's the question you need to ask yourself. A lot of people will be scared to apply for this because they see the keyword highly complex information. What does highly complex mean? Is you're going to be is it algebra you're going to be working with? Are you going to be working with algebra? Are you going to be working with, quantum physics? Like, that's the question you need to ask yourself. So when the keyword highly complex information comes in, what does that mean? This role is going to be working with what department? Let me just see. To provide special environment guidance on data analysis measurements. There's no I can't go through every single thing to know the department. But when you see the word highly complex, what does that mean in an office environment in the NHS? What does highly complex mean? All right. So you see, these are things that would deter most people away from this role because, oh, I don't know how to deal with highly complex data, but it is data. Data is data. Okay. So raw data in its raw form is already complex because not everybody knows how to analyze the data. Data in its raw form. So you're getting data from an SQL database and you're getting it in Excel, you're getting it in whatever format is already complex. Okay, because most people would not know how to analyze that data. Do you understand what I mean? So it's just like a project manager might give the person a database on customer acquisition. What does the project manager want to do with those kind of data? It's going to be difficult. That's highly complex for a project manager. But for you, a data analyst that knows how to use Excel, Power BI, Tableau, you can, if the only thing you know how to do is to bring the data into Power BI. All right, you know column, you know the row, you know what each column represents. You can start to analyze the data. That's what it means. All right. So you see, extract and analyze high complex data, multi-stranded data to present. What does complex multi-stranded data? What does that mean? It means data from different sources. Patients' data. You are dealing with the NHS. You're dealing with patient information. You're dealing with staff information. You're dealing with external information, and so on and so forth. So these data that are coming in from different sources. How do you analyze this? Do you know how to do it? If you've not done it before, then you don't have the skill or the experience that you needed for this role. But if you've connected data from different data points, from SQL, from Excel, from PDF, from online web sources, you can do this. It's not as difficult as you think it is. All right. So, provide specialist knowledge and expertise across many. What this basically means that you're going to do presentation. Okay, when they say, provide specialist knowledge, basically you analyze data and you present it that, okay, 50% of our customers are this, 30% of our this are this, see, it takes us 60%, this analysis are the things that you're going to be doing. All right. But now let's go to person specification so that we don't take too much time on this. Now, you see this essential, we have qualifications. Now, a lot of people want to throw themselves under the bus because they don't have a master's degree. But now you see the key word is relevant master's degree. And the key question I want to ask every single person, what does relevant master's degree? What does it mean? What does it mean when you say relevant master's degree? So we have 50,000 type of masters. You can do information technology, you can do information and technology business, you can do masters in this, you can do masters in English. There are so many courses that you can take in masters. So when they say relevant master's degree, what does that mean? So a lot of people will say that, oh, I don't have a master's in data analytics, I'm not going to apply for this role, but it is relevant. What does relevant mean? It means that you've done anything that is remotely related to what we're doing here today. So it means that if you've done anything in BSc or your masters, you can find it can be related in some type of way. All right. And you see, they use the word or relevant senior analytic experience. Now, where do you get that relevant senior analytics experience? When I say the keyword senior, I'm talking from my own personal experience. I've worked in senior roles, I've worked in middle management, I've led teams in the UK. All right, and I'll tell you this: a senior analytical experience means that you know how to work on your own. Okay, a senior is not going to be sending somebody a message. Please, how do I connect Power BI to my database? Or a project manager, you won't be doing that. That's the seniority that you're looking at. Also, depending on the level, there's no conversation about you leading a team. So it's not going to be you leading a team. Okay, there's nothing spoken about, oh, you're going to be leading a team, or you're going to be in charge of this, or you're going to, no. So in terms of seniority in this particular experience, it means that you're looking at someone that can hold their own. That's what it means. All right. Now, you see, desirable, you see a degree, blah, blah, membership, all those. Now, the key thing here is experience now. Okay, experience. Significant experience in an analytical role within performance information management. Key question, that's the thing. Significant experience. What's significant? They did not put any number to it. Significant, it's subjective. Two can be significant. Three can be significant. 27 can be significant. Do you understand? So a lot of people when they see all these keywords, they run away from it. But what does significance mean? It means that you have good experience doing this particular thing. All right. It means you have what? Good experience doing this particular thing. You have significant experience. You could actually do it for 3 months and have significant experience. You could have you do it for 6 months and have significant experience. So all these things, the way job description is designed is, you see, the people that apply for jobs are people that have courage. All right. Not necessarily people that are qualified. It's people that read it, and despite seeing what they're reading, they apply for it. Okay, so job descriptions deter people away. Okay, so if you see job description and it deters you, it basically means they've done the right thing, because they don't want people that are not confident in themselves. to apply for the role. So you see, substantial experience. What does substantial experience mean? What does it mean to have you get what I mean now? Okay, so it basically means you are confident in the skills that you have, the skills, the experience, and you can train yourself. Three things, like I said, you have the skill, you have the experience, and you can train yourself. So you see, all these things itself, there's experience developing dashboard and reporting visualization tool, and they put Python there. Okay, they said experience developing dashboard in reporting and visualization tools, and you put Python for dashboard. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you see, majority of the job description that you see today is a wish list. There's something we call a wish list. If you have a baby or a child, a cousin, a nephew, or whatever, a nephew, a niece, all right, and you say, "Oh, I'm coming over in December, and I want you to write a list of things that you need this year." Person will write as much as possible. The kid will write so many things. It's a wish. So as a wish, I can ask for anything. I can ask for a Lamborghini as a 10-year-old. Okay. I can ask for a jet. You know, I want to become an astronaut. So I want you to build me a jet. It's a wish. Okay. So you see, majority of the things that you see on a job description is a wish list. Okay. Do you have to have 100% of everything that you see here? No, but could you have the experience and all the majority of the things that you need? 100%. Now, if you're working with Amdari, okay, if you are with Amdari, how do we help you position yourself for this job? Let me walk you through it. So now we have a tool called CV Matchly, okay? CV Matchly. Now, what CV Matchly does for you, I'm going to log in, I'm going to sign in, okay? Uh, so CV Matchly is a Google Chrome extension that allows you, okay, just I'm just trying to sign it so you can see it in action. Okay, all right. So you see by default, it will extract the job description. So you don't need to even extract anything. You don't need to be copying and pasting anything. All right. So I'm going to take a CV from my local system. Okay. And let's see. All right. Then it will analyze my CV against the job description. So it's going to analyze my CV against the job description, and it will give me, my a perfect score, what keywords you're looking for, and so on and so forth. We don't have to, I have just a few minutes to go. So, but basically that's where it comes in. So it does all this analysis for you, giving you the opportunity to apply better. All right. So now, let's do one more career path. Okay. And if you have any question, please do well to take note of your questions. I'll be answering your questions, at the end of the session. So now let's try another role. Let's try another role. Okay. Let's try the role of a business analyst. All right. So I'm going to come here and search for business. Okay. Analyst. You could actually just search for one keyword, but I could also add something that has to do with process. So now you see a lot of process analyst roles, you see a lot of change management roles, so on and so forth. And remember, the filters, currently we have over 6,000 jobs open, for business analysts, you see process analysts, you see business change analyst, you see quite a number of robotic process automation developer, you see a lot of roles in that spot. So what we need to do again, remember, working pattern full time, contract type permanent, and last but not the least, pay range is 40 to 50 to 60. All right, then apply filters. Now from 6,000 plus roles, now we have 1,289 jobs that are found here. All right, so now let's take a look at this. This is a business analyst with Swift Clinical Services Limited. I'm going to open a new tab and this will come up here. Now, for business analysts in the house, the key thing that you need to know at the back of your mind is most business analyst roles now today would need you to have a little bit of data analytics skills. So that's something you don't have to be like the perfect data analyst, but you need to know how to analyze data. All right. So you see, the reason why I'm saying this is take a look at this role. This is a business analyst role. But now, if you read this sentence, you would have the opportunity to shape how data and insight are developed across the organization in an environment where reporting and analytical capabilities are still evolving. So you see, even as a business analyst, you need to analyze data, especially any topic. Don't say that it's only NHS. Don't know. It's in most organizations today that will need you to have, a little bit of data analytics skills. So you see, if you just only have DA skills, you're likely going to struggle to get in a job. All right. So now let's go to job description. See, candidate must be able to demonstrate previous experience of operating as a sole or senior analytical lead with full ownership of analytical output and stakeholder engagement. So basically, they're saying that you should own analytics. Like you should be able to analyze data. You should have done some kind of work with analysis before. Now, if you've not done it before, where did you get this experience? That's the quick question you need to understand. Now, define and prioritize key analytic questions in absence of clear requirements. Okay, you see, challenge assumptions and existing narrative, and basically, these are things that you would get to work with. But now let's go to person specification. Now, the reason why I need to go clear person specification is because a lot of people will focus so much on certification. All right. Oh, BCS, I need a master's, I need a this, I need a course, I need a this, I need a that. Let me now walk you through essential. All right. Educated to degree level, number one, in a relevant subject. In a relevant, like it doesn't care your degree and your certificate, anywhere you study, e.g. mathematics, computer, statistics, data analytics, information, blah blah blah, or able to demonstrate equivalent level of experience and expertise. So a lot of people do away with this. Like in any role that you apply to today, you would likely see that if you have experience, we are going to choose you. Okay? Like literally in most of the roles that you see here today, you see that if they tell you, oh, you need to have this, but if you have experience, we'll choose you. Do you understand? All right. So evidence in continuing professional development in data analysis and all this, continuing professional development. So basically means keep learning, essentially, not like you have to go write anything. So you see, this role is very, even though it's a business analyst role, it's very focused on data. All right. So, I mean, if you have data experience, this is like literally another role that you can apply to. All right. So now let's take a look at something. Let's take a look at something else. Okay. Technical coding experience, business analyst. Now let's take a look at this. So people that have like, healthcare experience and you work in healthcare, this is like a role that you might likely want to work with. So this clinical coding business analyst. All right. So you see this reflected for a talented clinical coder who wants more than just a role, someone who wants to make a difference. If accuracy matters to you, if clinical complexity sparks your curiosity, basically just telling you, we're looking for a job. So please, here's everything that is curious. I will do it. Okay. It's not that bad. So let's go to the job description. Okay. To abstract and analyze complex information in the patient case notes and other source information, another source of documents, and translate the medical technologies into clinical codes to the provisions of IC, whatever clinical coding materials, and to input coding information to the organization. I mean, you see, when you see something like this now, you're going to ask yourself a question. You're going to say that, okay, I don't know anything about complex information in case notes or other source of documents. Now, a lot of people don't want to apply for this role because it's something I don't know. I don't know these things. And I know you don't know these things. And NHS knows that there's no way you can know these things from if if you've not worked in the NHS before. All right. So they know that you don't know these things. So what do you think a typical organization would do? It's a question I want to ask you. So you see, they know that you don't know these things. They said to abstract, and analyze complex information in the patient case notes. How, if you've not worked in the NHS, how would you have access to patient case notes? Even if you've worked in the NHS, okay, it's not everybody that would have access to patient case notes or other information or other sorts of documents and translate these medical technologies into clinical roles. Now, let me tell you what happens in this kind of situation, right? In these kind of roles, okay? There is something they call training, okay? In every organization that you go to work in, there is something they call training. Onboarding training, company specific training, department specific training, there is training. So a lot of people forget that there's training. Okay, so you want to hit the ground running. There is training. So in most organizations, the timeline to performance is usually between 6 months to a year. All right. In this kind of organization, in the NHS, for example, it's within 6 months to 1 year, depending on how complex the role is. If it's a contract role, it is shorter. So you have about a month to 3 months for each people. All right. Because it's contract, you're there for 6 months, 8 months. So you have a shorter time to picking up. But if you're a full-time staff, it gives you like 6 months to 1 year for you to understand. All right. So in this kind of situation, what would you be doing? How would you get, who would get, they would need to get you up to speed. So you see, most organizations like the NHS, there's training. They will train you on this particular thing. All right. So that's basically, and you'll see that if it goes down to the company specification, there will not be anything about that has to do with, that has to do with you getting some relevant or industry experience or anything like that. It will be focused on how you can use your business analyst skills in this particular job role. All right. And that's the business analyst. You will see quite a number of other business analyst roles here. Okay, as we go on. Just because of time, let me see. 118. Oh, time has gone already. So I mean, for job search, if you're looking at GLC, you can look at just type in the keywords governance, just the full word, governance, okay, risk, okay, and compliance. So this is another role. It's not technical. You just have to, be very good. So, like I said, the NHS website is honestly it's very good with the way the keywords appear. So you see the pathology governance compliance manager, risk and governance lead. You see compliance technician, compliance officer, compliance and recruitment officer. So you see a lot of risk, compliance, governance roles that appear in there. Apply the filters and apply. All right. Same thing with project management. And project management is actually, I think, one of the largest. Okay. Like I said, 9,000 plus. So apply the filters. You don't need to know too much other roles. I mean, just using the keyword project manager as a project manager, you're likely going to get a lot of opportunities. So apply the filters, and apply for the roles that you're looking for. So this is the NHS. So now this is just the job search aspect. Now, for every role that you want to apply to, now take a look at this particular one. For every role you want to apply to, you're not going to do this on this application. All right. You're going to use this. You're going to use the track application. All right. And one of the beautiful things about what we do is using CV Matchly. Okay. Using CV Matchly for every job board that you apply to. Okay. Just give me a second. You would be able to create your own supporting document. That's something I've not spoken about, and I'm will be able to teach you. Okay. So I'm just going to show you how we help you with your supporting statements and all the things that you have. I'm going to go to job application tracker. All right. So for the roles that you see, this is the business analyst. This is the business analyst role. So business analyst with Swift Clinical Services. So this is the NHS website. Okay. So one of the roles I applied to earlier, I did my analysis on. You see it here. This is with Swift Clinical. So if I scroll up a little bit, you see business analyst, Swift Clinical Services. So if I come back to my job search, just so that you can see it for yourself. So I'm going to search for business analyst. All right. I think it's the first one that I did. Okay. So business analyst. Okay, this is it. So you see, this is it. Suite Clinical Services, Business Analyst. Okay. So once you use, CV Matchly to analyze the CV, everything comes down to your dashboard. And this is what I have here. Now you can see it here. Business Analyst, Swift Clinical Services via NHS Jobs. Okay. My CV was a 70% score. And now we do this, we do this sponsorship analysis because it's not every NHS trust that can sponsor the visa. All right. So now basically this is the role itself. So now for this particular role, I want most of these roles will need you to, provide supporting document or a supporting statement. Now, how do you develop this supporting statement? Let me show you very quickly. So if you come to your CV Matchly, you will see here on that job, on this board here, on this tab, okay, you see three buttons. Click on the three buttons. You'll be able to, generate a cover letter, number one. You would also be able to generate a supporting statement. So I'm going to click on this, and you see it takes a few seconds, and you have your supporting statement. Now you see your supporting statement, okay? You see I'm an experienced senior business analyst with over 8 years of track record establishing and leading end-to-end analytics. Remember, when we went through that particular role, the business analyst role was heavy on analytics. So you see, it develops, supporting statements that covers majority of the headers that you're looking for. So in this particular role, the job role itself, creating the supporting statement, it was easy as using CV Matching to create the supporting statement. And that's basically how, we eventually work together with you in order for you to get your job. So from job applications to job strategy, we're going to develop every single aspect from you. And the key thing here is success. At the end of the day, the key thing that we're working with is you getting success with your job application. All right. And that's what we've talked about. Okay. So this approach that we're talking about today has worked with a ton of our interns. Okay. So interns have gone through our programs and have gotten jobs. You see this is Abisoye. Okay. And you can see here, it works with the NHS. You can see SOC analyst and direct contract. So worked with out of the contractor. Okay. And you see September 2025 to March 2026. And you can see here, currently works with as a cybersecurity specialist with Royal Devon University Healthcare. So you see, works as a cybersecurity specialist. So you see, most of the things that we're spoken about today, it actually works. And this is not, Abisoye is just one among so many other person. So you see Laura also. Laura got a job as a document controller, after going through the GLC program. Now, the interesting thing about Laura, okay, is Laura was only just about a month into the program. Now I'm just gonna play just the beginning aspects so that you can listen to what Laura said, and you can deduce what you have to say.
Awesome. So yeah, I know you mentioned it before, but can you just talk in specific terms, the things about Amdari or the experiences or the Amdari processes that actually contributed, to the success of this, you landing this role?
Okay, so when I joined Amdari, I was told that within 2 months of joining Amdari, you're gonna get a job, because I've been having so many jobs here, and I was like, okay, I wasn't skeptical because I saw the reviews on Instagram before joining Amdari. I was like, let's see how it goes. I wasn't expecting in my wildest dreams that I'm going to land this role within 1 month. I just joined Amdari last month. So this Amdari internship program really helped me, to be very honest. It helped me. And I became very proud of myself. I was able to get some insights into, here in the UK, they would say, oh, it's very difficult for an immigrant to get very lovely jobs, corporate jobs, and all of that. It was very hard to believe, but Amdari helped me see that this is very possible. You can learn whatever you want to. You can get that job. So Amdari
Awesome.
has really opened my eyes to, opportunities and how to get these opportunities, to be honest.
Awesome.
All right. So you see, that was Laura. Okay. She was able to get a job within a month of starting the program. Some people get a job in 6 months, 4 months, 5 months. But like I said, the key goal for us here is to get a job. It's as simple as that. So all the things we're going to do from start to the end of the program is for you to get a job. It's as simple as that. So that's Laura. Okay. Same thing with Okoyemi. Okoyemi got a job as a data analyst, upon completing the program with Amdari. Got a job. I mean, you see all the videos are here. So if you show the attendance and get access to the material, please click and listen to all these people. It's very important for you to know exactly what you need to do. All right. You see, Darlington got a job as a selection and implementation lead. Went through the data analytics internship and currently got a lead position with a UK company. This is exactly what we're talking about when we said, there is no entry level in the tech space. All right, you're not looking at entry level. You're looking at experience, especially if you're looking at sponsorship. You're not looking at entry. There's no entry level. There's nobody that will take a chance on you. So it's either you take a chance on yourself, get the experience that you need, and get into the role itself. Francis, for example, also got a job, has no prior experience working in the project management space, but was able to bag, a project management experience with Deloitte. Got a job as a project manager with Deloitte, and that's Francis. Okay. All right. So we have Jerry also. I mean, if you start the session, you listen to Jerry. Jerry got two offers, one with the civil service and one with the NHS. All right. Both with full visa sponsorship. The only reason why I didn't take the one with the civil service was because he needed to have stayed in the UK for over 2 years and it wasn't up to that. So you see, that's the reason why I had to turn down the second opportunity and eventually took the one with the NHS working as a data analyst. And I mean, these are people that typically would not know what to do if not for what they did. So I mean, listen to all these people. These videos are there for you. The reason why they're sharing these videos is for you to know, to make it easy for you to, to make a decision. All right. So if a man, how can Amdari help you today? So if you're looking at getting a job with the NHS or civil service, how would Amdari help you get that job? That's the key question. How does Amdari help you get a job? Let's go straight into it. So there are three things we're going to do for you. Number one, we're going to provide you with UK work experience. Number two is we're going to talk about tailored employability. And number three is job application. So from UK work reference, okay, UK work experience to tailored application, okay, to job application, to tailored employability, everything equals to you getting your job. Now, what do we do when we talk about UK work experience? Now, for people that are looking at getting a job in the NHS, so we're not just dealing with the NHS, we're also dealing with civil service jobs. So when you come online and you look at civil service, okay, jobs, okay, when you're looking at civil service jobs, all right, UK, sorry, just because of the location, all right, you come here, you see civilservicejobs.gov.uk. Now, when you come to this website, it's easy for you to know, like, it's good civil service. It's most likely that they will sponsor your visa. All right. There's a very high likelihood that your visa is going to be sponsored if you meet the criteria. Okay. That's salary criteria and all the criteria that you have there. All right. We're likely going to have another session, maybe next week where we focus more on civil service. Okay. So our experience spans both the NHS and civil service. So if you're looking for sponsorship, this is exactly what you need. Long story short. So now what we do essentially at Amdari is you are going to come in as a consultant. Okay. You're not going to come in as an intern. The only reason why we use the word internship is so that it's easy for people to understand to get started, to get into the program. Okay. But it's a work experience program. Okay. So you're coming in as a consultant. Okay. Now you would also get to work with two very critical people. Number one is a specialist. Okay. Who would be your rich, the person that you're going to be working with every single day. And then we're also working with NHS and civil service staff. People that have worked in the NHS or people that are currently working with the NHS or the civil service, they are going to be coming in. And what we're going to be doing with them is yourself, the specialist, and this staff from the NHS and the civil service are going to be simulating projects based on the NHS and civil service. All right. So what we're going to do essentially is these staff are going to tell you come up with projects that they've worked on in the office, all right, or things that they've done in the office, and then you would get to work on those projects yourself. Now we're going to be working with this staff and ex-staff of these companies, okay, for you to build that UK experience, so that when you go for an interview, you can talk like someone that has worked in the NHS. You can share experiences of things that you've done with Amdari. So your CV, you'll put in this, you can see it here, data analytics consultant, business analyst consultant, project management consultant, GRC consultant with Amdari. And you can leverage these projects during your interview process. So you're going to be working on 5 major projects. Okay, cutting across the NHS. You're going to work on now 2 projects in the NHS, and then 3 other projects will be spread across, civil services. It could be defense, it could be Department of, works, it could be any other departments that is within the NHS to give you that relevant UK experience. Now, Amdari is registered in the UK, so you can get that reference letter from us in the UK. So you're going to be working as a consultant. You're going to be working on NHS relevant projects, okay? And you're also going to be working on civil service projects to give you that experience of, working in this organization. So when you go for an interview, it's not going to come off as weird or you don't know what to say or how to go about it. Yeah. All the terminologies and all the things that they use, you will be familiar with it because you've worked on about 5 projects, in this particular thing. So we'll be using the NHS and UK civil service methodologies, terminology, experience in order for you to get that experience that you're looking for. All right. So work on real NHS and civil service projects, gain real cross-functional experience, team presentation, evaluation, and recommendation. So how do they write their report? How do they build a report? How do they make presentations? How do they sell themselves? Basically, you are going to be tailored perfectly for NHS jobs and civil service jobs. So there's no way you're not going to get a job eventually. Now, these experiences you can add to your CV. You're going to work with Amdari as a consultant, like I said. So you can put it on your CV that you're currently working as a, cybersecurity consultant, GRC consultant, or business analyst consultant with Amdari. Now, Amdari is registered in the UK, and that's what I wanted to show you. So if you come on the website and you go to Company House UK, Company House UK, when you search for it and you come here, now, this is what a typical employer would do to search if that company is registered in the UK. All right. So I'm going to click on start now, get information of the company. So enter company name, number, or office name. So I'm going to search for Amdari. And once you come to Amdari, you see Amdari Limited. Okay. And you can see this is our address in the UK. All right. So basically to tell you that UK work experience 100% valid. Okay, and if you click on it, you see more information about Amdari and all the things that you need to know. All right, so now moving on to the next thing. Okay, so you're going to be getting that quality experience. Okay, that you need. Okay, so it's not going to be a situation of I don't know what NHS is doing, or I don't know how to do analysis with when you see those highly complex data in NHS. What does it mean? All right, and that's basically what it is. If you're doing advanced analytics, for example, and you're using Excel, I mean, that's questionable, first of all. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, we're not talking about that anymore. So for every project you complete, you're going to be getting a tailored recommendation letter based on completing the project. And then you have a portfolio of projects based on related, UK experiences that you can share with recruiters, employers, and so on. You get expert guidance from start of your internship to the end of the internship. And that's where the specialist comes in. So you're going to be assigned someone that has experience, in the career path, and that person is going to be holding your hand and guiding you through. Now, in the same vein, the NHS staff and the civil service staff, the people that have experience working in the NHS or civil service will be coming in also to simulate those projects and give you the experience and tell you exactly how to answer interview questions, and all the help that you need to get in that job. So now the other thing that you're going to be doing also is tailored employability. So this is still where the specialists, the NHS staff and ex-staff are going to be coming in. You're going to be getting a personalized CV revamp. So that's one-on-one. Somebody will get to review and read and review your CV. Personalized LinkedIn optimization. We're going to optimize your LinkedIn profile. We're going to show you how to navigate the job market. So like I did today on the NHS website, maybe next week or upper week, we're going to do for civil service. But this is going to be more in-depth because you're going to be in-house. Okay. So we're going to show you exactly how to go about to navigate the job market in the UK. All right. Now we're going to do personalized interview preparation. Most people fail at interviews. I would say over 80% of people that interview with the NHS or civil service get rejected, not because they're not skilled enough, but because they don't know how to sell themselves. All right. So we're going to be doing a personalized interview preparation. So you're going to be getting prepped. Okay. So on a monthly basis, you would have at least one interview preparation. Okay. And anytime you apply for a job and you have an interview coming in, if you have 50 in a month, you'll get 50 times, you'll be prepped 50 times for those interviews. All right. Now you'll be getting a valid UK work reference. And I showed you that we're registered in the UK. All right. So you're going to be getting a UK reference letter from us based on your work experience. On the job support. So a lot of people are scared. If I get the job and I cannot do well, what will happen? That's the reason why we have on the job support. And guess what? You're still going to be having access to your, the NHS staff, the NHS employees. So you have somebody in NHS that will still hold your hand. So you have no reason to be scared. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's no need for you. Oh, what about if I get a job and I can't do the job? On the job support is going to be there for you. Then you also get access to our online portfolio builder for free. And those are the things that you need in order for you to get a job. So the goal for us is not for you to gain experience. The goal for you also is for you to get a job. And that's why I ask you at the start of the session, what do you need to get a job today? What do you need? Okay, skill, experience, and employability. And that's exactly what we're doing for you. So the goal is for you to get a job, not for you to gain experience, not for you to work on projects. That's not the goal. The goal for you is to get a job. All these projects, experiences, and everything is for you to get a job. And that's exactly what we're doing for you. All right. So job application, you're going to get access to CV Matching, which is a fantastic tool when it comes to job application, job strategy, job applications, and so on and so forth. All right, so still merged with the NHS, having somebody in the NHS walk you through the reporting statement, application, and so on. You have somebody to always, bank upon. All right, so you're partly to sponsorship. Okay, choose your path within a week. Okay, so if you can choose within this week, that's fantastic. Choose for the course, get registered, build experience. That's between month 1 to month 4. So you're going to be working on projects within 4 months. Number 3, assemble your projects together between week 4 to week 12. Okay. Optimize your CV, target sponsored employers, okay, in the UK. And the goal is for you to land a job between month 2 to month 6. So month 1 is for you to get started, work at least on one project, get your CV reviewed, get your LinkedIn optimized and all that. Then from month 2 to month 6, that is the point. That's the point where you get your job. All right. So that's exactly what the strategy is. All right. So it's not magical. There's a process that we go through in order for you to get started. So join our next course. We have a course starting on the 6th of June. If you're looking at getting a job in the NHS and the civil service, we're going to be working closely with the NHS staff to get you that. All right. So like I said, it always seems impossible until it is done. This is Martha. Martha said this. If you watch the video, you see it. She said, it always seems impossible until it's done. Now, she landed a senior project management role 2 months after signing up with the work experience internship. So you see, that's something that you want to talk about also. All right. And that's the same thing Laura said. That's the same thing Chinenye said. That's the same thing Pedro said. You see, you feel like you can do it by yourself, but that's exactly what we're here to hold you. Betty got a job working as went through the internship, got a job as a information technology / project manager with Echo IT, Manchester. All right. You see, Anita also got a job as a senior business analyst, okay, working in the UK. The same vein, we have Samuel that got a job as a data engineering, working in data engineering from the alumni community. So you can see it here. Hey guys, it's a good news. I landed a BI role this week. Thank you so much, Dari and Talentco team. So you see, that's exactly what you need. So you see, we have alumni that are still getting jobs. We have people in the program that are getting jobs. So the key thing here is for you to get a job. So remember, 6 out of 10 of our interns will get a job in 4 months. That number increases to 9 in 7 months. 85% of our interns will land at least 2 interviews in their first 4 weeks. 100% of people who have landed jobs, through Amdari have said that the work experience internship and the reference letter is what helped them get the job. So you see, the work experience internship and the reference letter is what has helped them get the job. So you see, for us now, the key thing for us is for you to get a job. If you're looking for sponsorship in the NHS or civil service, we have designed this program specifically for you. So now we're not dealing with all the programs that we mentioned. We're dealing with 5 critical programs for sponsorship application. Now, number 1 is data analytics, business analysis, project management, cybersecurity, and GRC. Now, if you're interested in getting a job in the NHS in any of this career path, NHS or civil service, and you're looking at this career path, we have a program specifically designed for you. Now, this is not for every single person. This is just for 10 people. All right. The discount that we have running at the moment is just for 10 people. Now, the full price for this 4 month work experience program is supposed to be £800. We are running a 25% discount to £600. Now, you don't have to pay the £600 fully today. You don't have to pay £600 today to get started. No, that's not what it means. You can pay in 3 installments of £200 to complete the 600 payments, £600 payment. Now, our guarantee. So you say that, oh, if it meant I'm paying you, well, we are investing this money in Andari. I'm not sure. Now, the guarantee that we have for you is, outside all the testimonials that we've shown you, if you don't get a job, okay, in 4 months, if you don't get a job in the 4 months duration of the internship, we will continue to work with you at no cost till you land a job. Literally, somebody will be assigned to you, okay, and that person will be working with you till you get a job at no cost. So you see, in that 4 months duration, if you don't get a job, if you did all the things, you applied for jobs, you went for interviews, but you just couldn't get a job in 4 months, we'll continue to support you at no extra cost till you get a job. Number two is lifetime work reference. So you get a job even during the internship, and 2 months, 3 months, 5 months, 1 year, 2 years down the line, you need work reference. You are always going to get work reference from us. Okay, you're only going to get work reference. So upon successful completion of the program, and you need that reference letter anytime, you would always get a lifetime access to the work reference. And the other thing that you have lifetime access to is the project, the internship, the videos, everything that has to do with projects. You will get access, lifetime access. So at no point will we say that, oh, you don't have access to this anymore, this thing is going and all that. No, you have lifetime access to the project, the videos, and everything that you're doing. Now, you would also have 3 months free access to CV matching. And this is the reason why you get at least 2 interviews in the first week. All right. So in the first month, I mean, so you get out 3 months free access to CV matching. You would also have a coffee chat with a UK recruiter. Okay. Would ensure that you have a coffee chat with a UK recruiter just to let you know, you can ask any question that pertains to general recruitment, what it takes for you to get a job, and all the questions that you have, you get that one-on-one, you'll get that session with a UK recruiter. Now, you would also get your CV and LinkedIn profile optimized within a week. All right. And last but not the least is a personalized job search strategy with me. So I'm going to jump on a call with you and we're going to map out how Andari is going to help you get the job. So we're going to jump on a call together. We'll understand your past experience, where you are at this point in time, and we're going to come up with strategies to how you can get a job. So it's going to be a one-on-one session with me. All right. So if you pay today, not tomorrow, not next week, okay? If you pay today, you get that personalized job search strategy with me this coming week. So that's something I'm going to prioritize this week, okay? For us to have a conversation. So also I'll jump on a call and now I can guarantee you that you're going to get a job. Essentially, it's a personalized job search strategy for just me and the person that makes payment. So now this is not open to everybody. This is only open to the first 10 people. This is only open to the first 10 people. Now, like I said, this is designed for people that are getting a job for the NHS and the civil service. And that's why everything is going to be created on the NHS and civil service. The experience, the projects you're going to be working on are going to be tailored specifically to the NHS and civil service. Now, job application strategy, you apply for a job, you writing your supporting statement, you writing your CV, you doing everything is going to be tailored specifically to the NHS and civil service. Now, these are places that guarantee you the highest success because in terms of sponsorship. So if you're looking at getting started, I'll say you should get started as soon and as fast as possible. All right. Now, I would want you to listen to Opeyemi. Okay, I'll play the first 1 minute of this video, then I'll take questions, and then we can call it a day. All right. So the reason why I want you to listen to her is simple. Okay, we have Africans, Nigerians like Opeyemi that are in the UK and are struggling to get in a job. Okay, and there's some things that she said that I want you to listen to, so you know exactly where you see what the effect of what we do here at Andai, so you can get to see. This is Opeyemi. She got a job as a data analyst. in the UK after completing their master's program. And just listen to her, okay?
Congratulations on securing a data analyst role in the UK. We are more than happy that you're sharing this news with us. Congratulations are in order. Getting a job is always a struggle. So what would you say your biggest challenge was, in the job search phase, especially as someone trying to get a first job in tech? What was your biggest challenge as a job seeker?
Yeah. Thank you for the question, Amoni. Actually, I didn't transition into tech. I've been in tech. I have my BSc in computer science. And then I came to the UK for my master's in data science and analytics. I graduated with distinction, and you will think like, okay, after graduation, you will get the job. Yeah. Application upon application.
Yeah.
And then you won't even get any reply, no response at all. I think they call it ghosted, like they actually ghosted you, that sort of things. And then you just want to, even after spending a lot on masters, you are just trying to keep on upskilling yourself, because in the tech space, if you close your eyes, by the time you open it, the world is far, far ahead of you. So you have to keep on upgrading yourself, keep on being on the top of your game. Yeah, so I'm Dari. Like I told a friend of mine few weeks ago, that one of the best decisions I made this year is I'm Dari, and I'm happy, sincerely.
Actually, so how would you say that your experience at Amdari, from the projects you worked on to the mentorship and all of that, helped you go from being a job seeker to being job ready?
Yes, like I said earlier, that one of the best decisions I made this year is coming to Amdari. Before I joined Amdari, I think I was in a meeting. I think the first time I saw Amdari was on maybe LinkedIn. So I joined the session where they're talking about the work experience. It looks so nice. Then I was looking for somebody to ask that's gone through the program, but I didn't see anybody, so I didn't join. But later this year, I think around April or so, I saw the International Women's Day promo. I was like, okay. And mind you, I was on another training, data management training, because I call myself a lifelong learner, But Amdari just talked to me like, there's something missing that I need to really plug into, especially in work experience in the UK. And then I came on board. From my first meeting, I tell you, it's been wonderful. And I want to give kudos to my team lead, Sean. The projects we have done, the one we are still doing, seriously, it gives me confidence. Like, there's no aspect that I cannot take on. The Amdari experience has been so wonderful. And the icing on the cake is the mentorship session. Wow. They will build your confidence, like tell you can actually do it. There's nothing out there that you cannot do. It's been a wonderful time, Amdari.
All right, so just so that we don't take too much time, the key thing here is you need to embed yourself in a platform that guarantees you success. All right, that guarantees you success. To tell you that, okay, if you don't get a job, and that you see, she repeated it over and over. She'll say that this is the best decision that just made this year. Just imagine how many people are currently on the call trying to make a decision to say that, okay, if I get into this program, would I get a job? I mean, Okoyemi, and you notice that we have not repeated any testimonial. So you see, these are unique individuals that are getting jobs. This is Judith, for example, got a job with renewable parts in the UK. We have people getting a job with the civil service. Fumilayo landed the data analyst role. This happened just this week. Okay, she got a job as a data analyst working with the civil service. And you can see it here. Dear Fumilayo compliance caseworker application, confirmation of completing your application or successfully passing the online. So you see, all these things are the things that we do for you. All right, Sandra got a job as after the Jersey program internship, she got a job, working as a data protection paralegal. All right. So, see, we're showing you these people so you know that there is a possibility, there's a strong possibility of you getting your job. But all you need to do today is get started. Okay. And I'm going to walk you through how to get started in a few seconds. All right. Then I'll take questions. So if you're looking at getting started, all you need to do today is come to your browser. Okay. And search for, you know what I'll do so that it's easy. All right, come to your browser, search for Amdari. Okay, come to Amdari's website. Okay, and you see this is our official website. All you need to do is come to internship program. Okay, and you'll see all the programs that we have there. Okay, so from data analytics and data science to data science, let's just say you're interested in program management. I'm going to click on apply now, and you see there, instead of £800, you're paying £600. So that's a 25% discount. Okay, so all you need to do once you select the program that you're interested in, click on apply now. Okay, and it's going to take you to this page where you can start to apply now. Okay, so all you need to do is click on the program that you're interested, click on the time you're interested in. So this is the June cohort. EU means Europe. Okay. So if you're in Europe, you're in the UK, you're in Ireland, you're anywhere in the UK, that's where, or you're in Africa, anywhere in Africa, this is where it comes in. All right. NA is for the guys in Canada, the US. So we have the guys in the NA and the EU section. Okay. So even in the UK, you just click on EU. But if you don't want to start in June and you want to start in July, please feel free to select July. Okay. So you have to select July. So either June or July, depending on which one you best prefer. Okay. But the most interesting thing is that you're locking in your discount at the end of the day. So I'm going to select June, EU, that's Europe. Okay. And then if you're paying a one-time payment, okay, instead of paying £600, you're even getting a further £100 discount. So that is a total of £300 you're going to be saving. So rather than paying 600 in 3 months, you could actually save £300 from 800 to £500, by one-time payments or full-time payments. Or if you're looking at 3 installment payments where you pay £200 every single month for 3 months, for 3 months, £200 every for the next 3 months till you get a job. Just click on procedure payment. Now you don't have an account, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna click on create an account. Because you don't have an account, click on create an account. And here all you need to put in is your name, your first name, your last name, your preferred email address, okay? Your preferred email address. I'm going to use this email +234. All right. Third location. I'm currently in Canada, and I'm just going to put in this. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So password is password, and I click on signing in. So now this. Okay, something is wrong. Let me just put in. Okay, so create an account. The email is going to be taken. So let me just use my other email. Okay, so you create an account. Okay, so if you're Mena April, this is the account. And all you need to do now is confirm, read the terms and condition, and make your payments. This will take you straight to the Stripe account where you can then make your payment. It's as simple and as easy as that. Okay, so all you need to do, that's all you need to do to get into the program. All right, so just go to the Amdari website. The links are in the comment section. Make your payment, and this is just only for the first time people. So where you're going to get lifetime access, to the program, to work reference letter, and if you don't get a job in the 4 months duration, we'll continue to support you to get a job at no cost. You can recruit a chat with a UK recruiter, 3 month access of CV matching, CV optimization within the first week. You're going to do, me and yourself, we're going to do a job strategy with myself. We're just going to jump on a call, examine your past experience, and do all the things that we need to do. All right. So we're going to take questions and then we can call it a day. All right. So let me get people to unmute themselves. Okay, let me get people to unmute themselves, turn on the microphone. So I'm going to be taking questions now. Yeah, call it a day from there. Okay. Okay. So I have just one person raising up their hand. So let me see. Okay, 3 people. Okay. So I'm going to take the first person, Dr. Kamoru Balogun. Dr. Kamoru.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can
Hello?
hear
You
you.
guys hear me? I can't hear
Can
I
you.
you
can
just
hear you, but I
Hello?
think he's having issues with
Yes,
his
we can
network.
hear you.
Okay. Yeah, please go ahead.
Hello, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yes.
Yeah, actually, my question is some of us that were in academics previously, so it's just like we are trapped here in UK due to because we
Oh,
are just doing kind of healthcare and support work and all that. So now, what which of these courses you think is the best? Because when I check all those courses there, when you pop up those you filter those uh, I mean the data analysis. I think what comes out from the search is only 6,000 plus. Why the other business analysts? So for me, is data analyst you think is the best because you know better. So that's my questions.
okay. All right. That's a very good question. That would be a question. So the key thing here is, what did you do before? What were you doing before?
Yeah, actually, I mean in UK or in my previous experience, or
Your previous experience?
yeah, my previous experience, I worked as a system data analyst with national planning for 10 years,
System what?
and I've been system analyst.
Okay, that's good.
System analyst with the National
Okay.
Population Commission, which I spent 10 years
Okay.
then. However, I was in academics to doing lecturing job and all that before
Okay.
I moved into UK and some before I moved into UK. So
Okay.
I
So you
did
moved to the UK.
I've
Did you
been
do your masters?
yeah, actually I already did my master some few years back, but when I came to UK I did another
Okay.
masters, but it's in the digital
Mm-hmm.
marketing, which has something to do with
Used to
my
be.
IT,
It doesn't matter.
my computer
Okay.
science. Yeah. So what
And
then just to be in the UK and all that. So it's just
okay.
like we have
And
been
then I
trapped
get.
now for over 5 years now.
So you don't have any of this. You've not taken a course in any of the school programs. That's what it means.
Yeah, actually, since due to because of the COS, so we have been trapped or being trapped into the health, this something that
The
has to do with
healthcare
health,
space.
yeah,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So sometimes I just have to, be online doing some free based on my previous.
Uh,
I'm a
yeah.
lecturer where I came from, so I still have some of my group, like my research group, that I still mentor and just to refresh. Because the last 4 to 5
Yeah.
years now, it has not been easy,
Mhm.
managing just doing one kind of work, and the highest for all 4 years now have been just senior carer, and that's all. There's no career path. You can be a manager, you can even go further and all that. So it's just being just like my case, just being trapped in some kind of in a web that you can't even
I
think
know. I
of
get you
to just
100%.
come out of it.
Yeah.
So
So,
that's just the
so I can easily. Yeah. So I just want to answer. I just want to provide you with, guidance, okay, on what I feel like you need to do now, okay. So
all right.
the thing that you need to do now is, the thing that you need to do now is, let me just use this laptop rather than okay. The thing that you need to do now is very simple. Okay, we're going to be working with, we have, I mean, well, most of the people that we work with, it's not like they have the experience or they have the thing that they need in order for them to get a job. The key thing here, like I said, if you're taking a course in any of this program, you're already better than 70% of the people that apply for these jobs. Okay, now you've done system analysts in the past, which is very good, which is very good experience, even if you were just a teacher before. Okay, so what I said, at the start of the session, I said your past experience is still valid even in the country where you go, even in the UK today. Now take for example, you're working as a teacher or a lecturer in university and you're looking at becoming a data analyst today. All right, what we're going to do is take a look at that your teaching experience, okay, while you're lecturing. And what we're going to do is find relatable experiences to data analytics, all right? Or if it's project management, if it's cybersecurity, we're going to look at how we can fine tune that your past experience into the experience that you're going into. And that's what we're doing. I think a perfect example is me that I'm talking to you today. I used to work as a consultant back home in Nigeria. So I worked in consulting for about 4 years before I relocated. And I wanted to do data science. I had not done anything that has to do with, data science or data analytics. And what did I do? Worked on projects in data science, worked on projects in data analytics, fine tune my past experience into the experience that I wanted to get into. And that was basically what I did. So what you do in your own situation, that your lecturing job on your CV, you're not going to have legs on your CV. You're rather going to have experiences that is tailored to lecturing, but it's going to be fine-tuned to the career path that you're going into. All right, so you won't carry the title of a lecturer. Okay, you carry the title of what you want to get into, and that's how we fine-tune your past experiences to the career path you want to go into. And that's where Dari comes in also at the end of the day, because we're going to guarantee that work experience. So you're going to be working on those projects to gain that experience that you can put on your CV. So if at any point in time somebody is coming to ask you for work reference, you can leverage Amdari's experience. You can leverage the experience that you have with Amdari to get what you're looking. I don't know if this makes sense to you. Dr.
Yeah. I'm getting it.
That's essentially the case. So that's basically how we do it for you. So it's the key thing that I would say you need to do in your situation is you would need to take courses. Okay, so you need to know the career path you want to go into first of all. Okay, we can't make any decision for you because you need to be interested in the career path that you want to go into. Okay, so I can't say go for data analytics and in the next 2 months you say data analytics is too hard for you, or go for project management. Project management is too something. So you would need to have taken some courses to know exactly this is what I want to do, and then all we need to do is just hold your hand and guide you through to getting your job. So it's a very extensive process. Okay, we're going to help you with everything that you need to guide you through to your job itself. So I mean, if you want me to pass across your information to a training company that you could go to, I mean, you could check out Tenalytics. That's also one of the companies I co-founded. All right, so I'm the co-founder of Tenalytics. You can check them out if you're looking at taking courses and so on and so forth. You could learn as much as you can, and they will be really happy to work with you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, that's good. Thanks so much.
Okay, right. But you need, like I said, I understand the situation where you found yourself. But in order for you to get out of that situation, 2 things you need to do. Number 1, you need to prioritize learning. All right. So not any learning that will guarantee you a job. Okay. So the career paths we selected here, it's not because there are no other career paths. There are other career paths. But the key thing here is you need success. Something that guarantees you success. Something that the next month of the time, will I get a job? That's exactly in this career path. Okay, so it's not going to be so. If you look at those career paths, focus on them, learn. Just take a couple of courses. Use a month. You can use the month of June to take a couple of courses in this program. When you come in,
you'll see how you'll see what we're gonna do. You see it's not necessarily magic. You see what we're gonna do for you. Does that make sense, Mr. Malogo?
Yep.
All
Yep.
right.
Thank you.
All right, awesome. So let me take a couple of other questions. I'm not sure why this is. I can't share my screen anymore. Just give me 1 minute. I'm just going to share.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know. I think my laptop is just acting up this time around. So I'll just probably use my other device. All right. So yeah. So let me take the next question. Let me take the next question, and then we can answer as many questions as we can. So if you had some questions in the chat, I probably would have missed your question because of this issue about Uchechukwu. Do you want to go next? We go quick. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you,
Uchechukwu,
everyone. Yeah,
yeah.
thank you, Femina. So a friend actually shared this with me this evening. So for me, my own case is I've done trainings, as a, as a matter of fact, 2 different trainings. So, I've been getting job interviews. I interviewed with DWP, last Friday, not this one, the one before this. I had one with the West Midland, combined, authorities. I also had an interview with Home Office. But my challenge has been like, that interview prep. I don't know. Um, I've had interviews, but I didn't really do well in the interviews, to be honest. So, I think having, to structure my responses using the STAR method, but sometimes you get questions that throw you off balance. So I feel, for me, I don't know. I feel stuck because the interviews are coming. My CV has been optimized. I believe there is still room for improvement, anyways. But for now, the interviews are coming, but I can't seem to land the role, so it's frustrating, and I feel stuck. So, for someone like me, what do you think at this point in time I need to do?
All right. So what career path are you doing
Business
first?
analysis.
Okay, that's good. So for business analysis, what would you say is your experiences? What experiences are you sharing when you go for this interview?
Okay, so for the interview, to be honest, the training I did, the trainer was able to put together some references for me, like, banking experience and mutual benefit. They were not real life experiences, but then we had projects with the community. We had projects that were similar, but then the experiences I'm using are not necessarily the ones for the projects I handled. So I had to change some of my responses to match what is on the CV, so I can actually speak to what is on the CV. So I don't know,
Okay.
maybe, like, I don't know if to call it imposter syndrome or something, but
It's
somehow,
yeah,
yeah, sometimes when I'm
yeah,
answering the questions, I just feel it doesn't come out natural. So I just feel stuck, basically. I don't know.
yeah. I mean, you have the answer to some of the questions, some of the things I wanted to say. Now, the key thing here is employers. People are employing. I do employment myself, like recruitment and all that, and it's easy for you to decode somebody that it's not easy. I won't say easy. You need the experience. All right. Now let me tell you. Let me ask. Do you repeat interviews? Your experiences when you're interviewing? Let me ask the question. Do you ever find yourself reducing experiences?
I'm not sure your question. Reducing experiences, how do you
Like
mean?
reusing. So you talk about an experience and then you reuse it in another question to say that, oh, you remember that question, I spoke just based on the experience I had. I also did this particular thing. So you're using one experience to answer two questions. Would you find
Yeah,
yourself doing that?
to be honest, yes.
Yes. Okay. Awesome. Now, let me tell you what that means. Let me tell you what that denotes. It basically denotes that you don't have experience. Okay. So if you go for an interview, and this is something somebody taught me this, and this is free for you. Okay. Don't reuse experiences. Okay. Don't go into an interview and say that, oh, the reason why that is simple. If somebody has been doing something for 3 years, okay, or even say 2 years, that person would have done a couple of things, okay? And that person would likely not be repeating experiences, okay? Or somebody has been doing something for like 3 years, and in the interview process, you're only talking about two things or three things, okay? And you're just cycling those two, three things over and over again. It basically denotes that you don't have experience, okay? So it doesn't show depth. It doesn't show depth. It doesn't show that you have good knowledge or good standing of this experience. So one of the things that we do here and that's the reason why you're working on a minimum of 5 projects. So no matter how you want to go for an interview, you're going to bamboozle them with different kinds of experience, and experience within experience. Okay, so you see, that's where interview preparation comes in. That's where the project comes in. I cannot say that, oh, you only need interview preparation. No, I wouldn't lie to you. It's just beyond just work experience. You might be faster than most people to get their job, okay, because you already getting success, okay? The only thing that you need is just that additional level of interview preparation, number one. Number two is experience, all right? How do you feel confident about these experiences, okay? You're going to do this project yourself. Nobody's going to do it for you. You are going to do it yourself. So the challenges, the things that you faced, how you dealt with people, and all the things, you are going to get an experience. So it's not going to be a situation of imposter, like, don't think I can do this thing. It's going to be a situation of, I can do it. I've done it before. So yes, this is exactly what I faced. The level of confidence is going to be different. So that's what I say, with Ichiko. I don't know if this answers your question anyways, but I would say you should come into the program. Let's work with you for a month. All right. Let's interview properly. Okay. Come into the program. Let's do all the work we need to do with you. You see, I mean, you're getting interviews which are very good, which is very good already. The key thing now is just interview preparation, give you access to projects that you need to work on. And I can guarantee you within 2 months, you're likely going to get something. I can guarantee
Okay,
you that. That's something I will guarantee. All right.
no problem. Thank you very much.
No problem. I hope I answered your question anyways.
Yeah,
All
sure,
that
you did.
was
You did.
100%.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Thank you. All right. So I have other people. Let me just take the next person. Itunu, how are you, Bawoni?
Hi, good
Hi,
afternoon.
good
Sorry, good
afternoon.
evening.
Good afternoon. Anyone
Yeah,
wants to
hi.
know?
It's good to finally hear from you in person because I keep seeing your ad bombarding my timeline every other
Oh, okay
day.
then.
Um, I've
Uh,
actually already enrolled for the
okay.
June cohort, but my issue is I'm a bit unsure about the um area, like the field I signed up for, and that's because um let me just say that I just really need something that would, just like the first person that asked the question, I need something that gives me like higher chances of success. And from the yeah, and from I mean from what I've seen, firstly from from speaking to some people that have been on Amdari, and also like from my own research, it almost seems like it's data analytics. Somebody says that you guys are very strong in data and also like project management. I've seen success, and obviously from the even from checking NHS, you can see that project management um thing, project management jobs rather like supersedes every other postings, which for me it just looks like there's like higher chance of success. But the reason why I'm a bit worried about going into either of them is, firstly, project management mostly. I've managed projects like in the past, but I don't have like the typical qualifications like the Prince 2 and whatnot, which is kind of also the issue that I have in my own actual career pathway qualifications. And I see that like a boatload of times on almost all the job postings, like Prince 2, something, something, something. And I'm like, oh my God. And data on the flip side as well. I've not really handled data beyond like Excel and maybe like some econometric tools because I studied economics. So I don't really know. Like for me, I don't think I will pick it up quickly, especially because I'm working in
Okay.
my third time. So that's my problem. I signed up for business analysis and I'm not even confident that it will give me what I want because I've not really seen a lot of success on that path in diary. So yeah, that's my situation.
All right. So very good, very, very good question. So you signed up for business analyst, but you're looking
Yeah.
at considering project management of business and data analyst. Now, the key thing that you need to have at the back of your mind is which one do you have strength in, first of all? None of them. Right?
Like I said, I have strength in project because I've managed projects in the past, but I don't have qualification
You
in
don't
this.
need, I mean, let's take a look at this because one of the major concerns people have is this qualification thing. Okay, so let's go ahead to look at roles in the NHS. You're looking at jobs in the NHS, correct?
Yeah, project management.
Okay, all right. If you sign up for business analysts, we're looking at business analysts and we'll look at project management. So we'll just look at just because of we have other people raising up their hands. I'll
Yes.
do just a few of them. Okay. All right. So now let's look at project management. Project manager. Okay. Just gonna search for this. Okay. So I'll just add my normal filters so that I know I'm not looking at 9,000 jobs. I'm looking at the ones that
Okay.
I know that we can get sponsorship with. Pay range, I'm looking at 40 to 50,000. It's a 60, applies filters. Now I have 2,000 plus rules that can give this visa sponsorship. Now this is
Yeah.
38 to 46,000. This is 1K. Let's take a look at this. Let's see in terms of certifications and degrees and all these things that you see is a limiting factor for you. If it's truly a limiting factor. All right. So just this is just we're going to person specification. That's what we have here. Okay. Recognized project management qualification, at least 2 years demonstrated experience managing complex projects from initiation to closure, proven ability to manage multiple stakeholders, and so on and so forth. Now, you see this. Now, a lot of people will come here and say, this is, this is what is going to hinder me from getting this job.
Yeah.
Well, like I said at the start of the session, majority of the things that you see here, they are wish list.
How do
Okay,
you mean?
wish list in the sense that if you don't have this thing, should you apply for it?
I
Yes.
mean, the
Yeah,
people that have it have a
100%.
stronger, um, you know,
No.
chances because they already have French too and all those things.
What does Prince 2? What does Prince? Do you know what Prince 2 is?
I know it's this PM certificate that people usually take when they're trying
Prince
to.
2 is a methodology. It's not, yeah, it's a project management methodology. Agile PM is a methodology. Agile is a methodology. All right. So you see, what is PM methodology? So if you don't know what it is, what is
So are
Prince
you saying
methodology?
that? Because are you saying that I don't need like a paper that states my name on it and be like, oh, because that's what I'm always seeing that repeatedly.
Do you know what
Prince.
you do for me?
I don't
No.
know.
Do you know what you do? You
Yeah.
ask anybody that has gotten a job in project management. Or if you can, if you know people that have gotten jobs in project management,
Mm.
ask them this question. Has anybody asked you for your certificate in Prince 2 before?
But
All
then if
right.
they ask for, if they say if like you need it, can I say I have it? I don't know.
No, you don't need to say you have anything. You don't have it. So I'm not saying you should go and tell them that you have it when you don't have it. So you see, Prince 2, you see it here. Prince2 project, okay, is a structural process-based project management methodology focusing on organization control and business justification. If
Okay.
you have experience implementing Prince2, and okay, who would you choose? Somebody that has experience implementing something, all right, or somebody that has a certificate but has not done it before. Who would you choose? The person that has done it before. All right. So somebody has a certificate and say that, oh, I have a Prince2 certificate, but they don't know how to use it. They've never done it before. And that's why you see a lot of people with certificates today without a job. All right. So you see, at the end of the day, it is these are methodologies. Anything that you're doing in your PMP, they're all just backing methodology. All right. So you see a lot of people with PMP, but they are without a job. You see a lot of people with Prince2 rush to go get Prince2, but they are without a job. Now, what I'll tell you is, if you go through the internship and you don't get interviews, ask for your money back. All right. If there's a track record of jobs that you've applied to and you're always getting rejection emails and you don't, I'm going to give you your money back. That's now guaranteed to you. All right. And that's because I tell you this, we have people that have gotten jobs in project management that don't have any certification. Don't have any certification whatsoever. The same thing with business analysts and so like let me look for a testimonial to back up what I'm saying today. All right. All right.
Okay.
So if this lady has no certification, no GRC certification, for example. This is the business analyst. Larry also, no business analyst certification whatsoever. I mean,
So
you can listen to
congratulations
them.
on getting the business and
Business
experience. It
there's
wasn't
no like
really
a
hands
lot of
on like
business analyst certification per se. It's not like the
Yeah,
project management one where they always stress like Prince2 and all those things.
nobody trusts anything. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Okay? The reason why you feel like that's important for you, as most beginners would feel, is I don't have this thing. So it means that it is the most important thing. It's because I don't have this thing. That's the reason why they rejected me. No, there are so many other things that they can get you rejected. All right. So it's not because of Prince2. And that's just one role amongst so many other roles that we're going to be looking at. So now let's take a look at this senior project manager. Now people will see senior project manager and decide that, okay, it's senior, so I'm not going to be looking at this particular thing. Okay. So now let's take a look at this one again. Person specification. You see, this is just majorly experience. So we have the experience in managing and leading large-scale complex team management programs, ideally within the public sector or local government environment. Hence the reason why we are doing the NHS and the civil service specific internship experience. So where you get to lead, you get to manage, you get to get all this experience we're talking about.
Okay.
Proven ability to manage multiple independent projects across multiple departments. So this is nothing that you're looking at. Okay. So you'll see this one again. Relevant projects, program management qualifications such as Prince2, MSP, and Agile. It's like a template for most of the roles that you see there. What is important is your experience. Have you done it before? Do you know how to implement Prince2? Do you know how to work in an agile environment? That's exactly what I'm trying to tell you today. All right. So,
Okay.
I
So is it
mean,
possible to
depending
switch my cohort then to project management in that case?
what,
Because
so
I
you
already
prefer,
enrolled for business analysis. I'm
okay.
due to start next month. But
Yeah, I know.
I'm not sure it's good. It doesn't well, I don't know.
It
Because
doesn't
I
make
just
so
want
much
something that
because
has a higher chance of success, and it looks like project management because I mean you can clearly see the numbers 9,000 as
again,
opposed to
no,
1,000.
not 9,000 will get you a job. I mean, apply the fields for business analysts is 3,400.
Yeah,
When you apply the field, how many jobs can you apply to in a day?
I was thinking the higher the numbers now. We're working with numbers.
No. How many can you apply to? How many jobs can you apply to in a day?
Ah,
Ridiculously, if you're very super diligent, maximum you can do in a day is probably
maybe
10, 15.
maybe 50.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's not a strategy. That's not a strategic number. 50 is just apply. All right. But if you're very
Yeah,
strategic and you have tailored
but to be
resume, tailored
honest, like I
everything.
said, okay, so I started going through like the analytics, business analysis course that was recommended to me, and it seems
Mhm.
very like similar to what I've already like done. It doesn't sound new to me. Like it's just wrapped in a new terminology, but I actually know those things already.
Mm,
So yeah, that's
okay.
just my. I'm just
I mean,
really
if you feel
struggling
like
to
if
structure.
you want to go to project management because you've done project management before, you feel confident in project management. But if the whole idea of you choosing project management is that, oh, it's because you feel like it's more, so I might get a job, that's just a wrong premise. I usually say this: the grass is not greener on the other side. The grass is greener where you water it. The focus is number one. All right. So if you're interested in business analysis and you want to get a job in business analysis, if your focus is that, you are going to get a job. All right. That's the guarantee I'm saying. And if you don't get a job, we're going to like literally we'll continue to work with you till you get a job. Does that make sense? If it's project management that you're looking for, fine and good. But if it's on the premise that, oh, I have not did this, I know that I might not. If you're making that indecision again, I would say stick to one career path that you want to stay with and stick with it. So there's no need for you to move around to say which one is the fastest. They are all fast. Okay. A lady got a job as a document controller within a month. The same person in the same course can get a job within the next 6 months. It depends on the person, not necessarily the career. It depends on you as a person. All right. So that's what I would say for you. All right. It's
Thank you.
so you want to move to project management, you could just send an email. I mean, if you've registered, you would have gotten an email.
Yes.
Um, yeah, so just send an email that you want to make a switch, and they're happy to. I mean, even 2 weeks into the internship, you can still make a switch. So you are fine. You're good to go. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
So, yeah, no problem at all. All right. So let me take the next person, Ibukun. Ibukun.
Hello, can you hear me?
Perfectly internet. Ibukun.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, my question is as someone who already has knowledge about this data analysis, I've taken training, but need helps with LinkedIn and CV optimization and also interview prep. How how do you help?
Okay, all right. Those are very good questions. So you've done data analytics. So beyond that itself,
Yeah.
it's still experience. So that's one of the major things you're gonna be for you. So let me just show you what the platform looks like. So so if you register today, within the 1 week of your registration, all right, we're gonna work on your CV, LinkedIn optimization. So now take for example, let me just go to the very website and log in. So you see what the platform looks like. All right. So I'm gonna go to my dashboard. Um, the dashboard, once you've made your payment and you get started, you have access to the internship. All right. And in the internship, you could ask you when you go to roadmap, for example, you see you could have access to a reference letter. You can request for a reference letter. If you apply for a job, you get access. You can literally just request for a reference letter and you get access to it. Interview preparation. So you have an interview coming up. Okay. All you need to do is book interview prep. So click on that. It takes you to a page where you fill the form, what stage of interview you're going for, and so on and so forth. So once you fill this form, it redirects you to a calendar link for you to book a time for interview preparation. All right. So, and the same thing, if you want to speak to an employability expert, you want to have a conversation, you're getting rejection emails, you don't know what's happening, and all that. You want somebody to review everything for you again. You have that, you can speak with an employability expert. Now, you see here, optimize your CV. We're going to do a one-on-one CV interview prep, but in the same vein, we can easily do this for you. You can easily come here to quickly create your CV. Okay. So email address, put your email, your phone number, your LinkedIn URL. You're going to put in something. I mean, we've designed this for you to easily create your CV, long story short. So you see, everything is there at your beck and call. You can easily book a time for somebody to look at your CV, to help you with your LinkedIn profile. to help you with prep for interviews and so on and so forth. All right. So in the same vein, you're going to be working on projects. Now, if you're looking at NHS and civil service, we're going to design the program in a way that it's simulated based on NHS and civil service experiences. So it's not just general data analyst, projects that you're finding on Kaggle or Google. It's going to be focused majorly on the NHS. All right, and for civil service. So you're going to be getting that experience, and you can leverage this experience in your job search. Okay, so you can put it in your CV that you're currently working with Amdari, okay, as a data analytics consultant, and then you can use those experiences during your interview process. Oh, thank you very much for that question. Yes, my name is Ibukun. I'm currently working as a data analytics, consultant with Amdari. As this, we have the clients that ask this, and this is basically what we did for the person. You can use these experiences during your interview process. And you can see, we can give you the reference letter and everything that you need to get started. I don't know. So I don't know if that answers your question. So in terms of CV review, links optimization, that's a guarantee that we're going to do for you. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, I just went through the data science and then the data analytics on your page, and I just discovered that even the data science and data analyst are almost the same. But I just want you to just clarify what's the difference between a data analyst and a data scientist, because I can see that they work on Excel, Python, or SQL, right? But it's just the Azure and I think by Spark or something else that I don't have an idea on. So yes, I just want
Okay.
to what's the difference?
All right, very good question. Okay, so when you're looking at data analytics and you're looking at data science, okay, they are almost wearing the same type of cap, but let me explain it in this way. Okay, now when you're looking at data analytics, okay, there are three. Your job as a data professional is answering questions. All right, Ibuku, yeah, Yoruba, correct?
Yeah.
You know what they call an oracle. Okay, so if somebody wants to, the village square, there's something happening in the village, and they need answers. They go to the oracle to consult the oracle. Basically. So you see, in every organization, they need an oracle, and the oracle is the data professional. Basically, what the data professional going to do? Things happen in the organization. Things are happening in the organization. Customers are leaving. Customers are coming in. Products are being sold. Products are not being sold. Things are happening. As the data professionals, they will go and meet to say that, okay, tell us what is happening in the organization. So your role as a data professional is answering questions, and you're going to be answering three types of questions. Three types of questions. Now, the first question is what we call descriptive analytics. So basically, it is what happened to describe an event. Okay. A typical example would be, tell me what happened last month when it comes to sales. You could say that, oh, last month we had 50%, there was a 50% increase from last month. All right. From the previous month. You can do like a 6 months aggregate to say that from January to June, this has been our sales. You're basically answering the question to what happened in the business when it comes to sales. It could be marketing. It could be, oh, how many leads did you generate in the last 6 months? It could, you're just answering questions to what happened in the business. But that's not enough, because I can know what happened, but if I don't know why, I cannot make any informed decision. Okay? A typical example that leads to the second question, which is why? Why did it happen? So you've answered the first question, which is what happened. The next question is why did it happen? So you see a lot of data analysts will build dashboards. You see a lot of Power BI dashboard, Excel dashboard, Tableau dashboard. It answers only two of these questions, which is what happened and why did it happen? So you see the line charts, and you can click on one place in the line chart to say that, okay, this month we had 600 sales this month, which is the highest so far. So when you click on it, it will now do another breakdown to the region, the people, the customer, the people that, made up these 600 sales.
Yeah.
All right. Basically answering the question to why there was more. So the reason why That's the diagnostic analytics is what we call it. The reason why that is very important is because that's where insight is gotten. So when you say insights or strategic decision making, that's where it comes from. Because the moment I know that, okay, in order for me to get 600 sales, okay, 50% of my sales comes from a particular region, okay? The
Yeah.
remaining 50% is spread across this other region. The type of customers that buy this product this is how they look like. They are from this region, they earn this salary between this salary to this salary, they look like this, they look like that. What would I do next month? I will focus on those strategic things I learned from last month in order for me to sell more this month. That's where strategic thinking comes in. All right.
Yeah.
So that is what happened, why it happened. Now, those two questions are usually answered majorly by the data analyst. So the data analyst will answer only two questions. Now, the
Mhm.
third question is what will happen? Now, I know what has happened. Okay. I know why it happened. I also want to know what will happen. That's the future. It's going to happen in the future. So I know what happened between January and June, and I know why it happened. Okay. Now I
Yeah.
want to know what will happen from July to December. That's exploratory. You want to forecast. You want to predict. Do you understand?
Mhm.
That's where the data scientist comes in. So the data scientist is majorly focused on predictive analytics. So that's why they need the Python. That's why they need Python. That's why they need machine learning, statistical modeling, and so on and so forth. The role for them is for them to, for them to look into the future, to build these things that will go into the future. Does that make, I don't know if that answers your question. So that's
Yeah.
where data science is going to be, AI and all this fun stuff is basically data analytics and data science related. I don't know if
Okay.
this answers your question. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. But would you advise someone like someone who already have an idea of what this SQL and all this data analysis software to like go into data science?
Mm, No, if you don't have any statistical knowledge or experience, you are likely going to struggle with data science. So data
Mm.
science will be a no-no for that type of professional. Rather, you should focus on data analytics. Now, a lot of people run away from data analytics, and I don't know why, but but data analytics is definitely a career path that guarantees you success. You're looking for a job that guarantees you sponsorship, a good salary, flexibility, and all that. Data analytics is what you're looking for. All right.
Okay.
So even for the NHS one, we focus more on data analytics than data science because for data science, it's a bit more, it's a bit more complex. And I've noticed that quite a number of people don't have that complexity in experience or in knowledge or in learning. So that's why data analytics is what we're focusing on, especially for the NHS application. So even looking at NHS application and looking at getting a job in 4 months, that's where data analytics comes in play. That's why we're focusing on data analytics. Does that make sense? Does that add up for you?
Yeah, it does. Thank you.
Have you registered already, or are you looking at registry?
No, not yet. I'm looking at registering, like just to ask my question first before I know what to do.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine. That's okay. So the key thing here is what we're looking at is data. Like for you, I would say data analytics would be a good fit in the sense that you already have, some knowledge from training already in the space. So the
Yeah.
key thing here is just for you to gain the experience, work on those projects. Let's work on your CV, LinkedIn profile, do all the things that we need to do. Start shooting out your applications, and success is literally staring at you in the next couple of weeks. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So I'll be looking forward to you, Ibukun. Okay.
All right.
So a lot of time people are usually very scared, scared of starting. But the key thing is start and then would literally hold your hand and guide you through your job search. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, one more thing, please. When making applications, especially on NHS websites, there is this section for supporting information. How do you navigate that? Because sometimes I just feel like maybe it's those things that even disqualify people. Maybe
Yes,
the right
it
of was
does.
properly put it together.
All right. So with what we do with Andari is very simple. So we have a tool called CV Matchly. The moment you apply, the moment you go to the NHS website to use CV Matchly, it tracks the application. And I was sharing that earlier in the session. So if you look for any role now, let's take a look at this. This was a project manager role with the NHS. Okay. This I'm just going to click on it so you can see it. So now with this particular tool, CV Matchly, I mean, once you come out, if you check the slide I was showing earlier, you see you get 3 months free access to CV Matchly. What does CV Matchly do for you? It helps you tailor your CV to the job post. Okay, number one. Number two, you could also create a supporting statement, especially for NHS and civil service application. Now, if you come here and click on these 3 dots, you would see generate supporting statement. All right. And like you said, it is one of the major reasons why, and you see, generating supporting statement. This is one of the major reasons why people get rejected. Okay. And the reason why the supporting statement is the reason, it's more, the CV can, the way you write your CV can be easily tailored. But the supporting statement, people don't know how to write a supporting statement. And that's the reason why we have this interesting feature here, especially for people working with us at Amdari. Okay, so they built this specifically for us at Amdari. So you see, the supporting statement is tailored perfectly. Now it's taking into consideration 3 things. Okay. Number one is your CV, your experiences on your CV. Number two is the job specification, the person specification, the job description is taken into consideration. Number two, that's what it's taken into. And number three is the NHS core values. NHS core values, which is very, very important for your supporting statement. So when you read this, it's going to take you through everything. So you see direct alignment to role requirements, evidence-based achievement, okay, is looking at technical expertise, stakeholder engagement and communication, all right, governance, compliance, and NHS awareness, and is looking at NHS values and action, and it's properly aligned to the role itself. And that's why we have quite a number of people getting jobs in the NHS, because we've built this to ensure that you get interviews. Do you understand? And that's what we guarantee at the end of the day. All right. So we work with you till you get more interviews, get a job, and that's the goal. As simple as that. I don't know if that answers your question.
Yeah, it does. Thank you.
All right. So you see, the key thing here is you need to embed yourself in an environment that literally guarantees that you have to be successful, not want to be, that you have to be. Like, we are going to work with you till you get that job. Do you understand? And that's the reason why we have this lifetime access to everything, lifetime access to the project. And if you don't get a job, we continue to work with you till you get a job. So you want people like that to be around you. Okay. So if you're looking to get this started, please don't hesitate. Join the program now. Let's see if we can work with you. Okay?
Okay. Oh, thank you.
Awesome. Looking forward to having you on board with me. Cheers. Okay, so let me take Uchechi J. Uchechi J. I'm taking more time today. Well, this is almost 3 hours now. Okay, let me take just a few more hands. Can I get the questions in the chat also, so that we don't take too much time, waiting for everybody to speak? All right, so if you have a question and you want to drop it in the chat, I think I'll prioritize chats now over the hands. So if you have a questions, please drop it in the chat and I'll be able to take your questions. Daphne, Oluwashola,
Hello?
Oluwabumi.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to unmute. Can you hear me now?
Oh, yes, I can now. 100%.
Okay. So my question goes like this, though I was contemplating whether or not to ask,
Okay.
but I've already paid for the June cohort, so I'll just ask
Okay.
anyways.
Right.
The projects, because you've been emphasizing on the fact that we'll be working on projects for the internship. So the
Yeah.
projects we'll be working on, are they beginner friendly? Because I'm just transitioning into, I want to transition rather into a business analyst. I used to work as an accountant before, and I have basic knowledge of Excel and Power BI, but I won't really say I'm so good in it. Because from the testimonials I've been hearing, it feels like it's just experts that did the internship.
Are you going for
So
BA or are you going for business analysis or data analytics?
business analysis.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So I won't want to like have to commit, so much financially and not like gain value for my money. So I want to know
Okay.
if I should be like, very good in them Excel, all these softwares before starting the internship.
Mm, okay. All right. So the program is actually very beginner friendly. Just gonna see if I can show you something real quick. So the way we've arranged the project is designed in a way that it gives you that beginner. It's arranged. Okay, I don't have it on my slides. Just give me a second. I usually have it somewhere. Okay, so let me just explain to you in a way that you easy for you to understand. So yes, it is divided into six categories, I'd say. Now, the first project you're going to work on is going to be what we call a self-paced project. Now, self-paced means that it's easy for you to work at your own pace. Okay, to
Okay.
learn and and do the things at your own pace. Now, the reason why we have that is because of people like yourself. So one of the major assumptions that we make is everybody that is coming in is a beginner. This person has never done this before, and that's why we start with that self-pace. So you're working on this project at your own pace, not at a very slow pace. At your own pace doesn't mean slow pace, okay? All
Yeah.
right. So now we move from that self-paced project to what we call a guided project. Okay, a guided project in the sense that now we have specialists on ground already that are going to be
Okay.
working with you. Now the
Mm,
specialists are going to come to sessions, and you're going to have these sessions every week, and there is somebody holding your hands and guiding you through the project. So you have a project and you have somebody that's telling you, okay, click here in this situation. This is how you do this. This is how you do that. So it's
mm,
guided. So you have that proper guidance. Okay. Now, number
okay.
three, is when you now have what we call partial guidance. Okay. Partial guidance in the sense that the project is going to be given to you, and then the guidance comes in when necessary. Okay, it's just like
Okay.
you learning how to ride a bicycle. You see, when a kid is learning how to ride a bicycle, you start with the element, shoe pad, you have, something that you're using to put, training wheels. There are so many guard railings to ensure that the kid doesn't fall down.
Mm,
That's the self-paced. Now, guidance is you remove all the other things that you have there, and the only thing that is remaining is the training wheels. All right. Then move
okay.
from there again. You remove the training wheels, and what do? You are supporting the person. If the person is tilted to the left too much, you come back to help the person. So basically, something like that. The partial guidance. So you're going to be given a project. You have worked on at least two, three projects already. So this partial project basically is where you are trying to use all the knowledge of the things that you've done to sort of solve that project. Okay. That's the partial
Okay.
guidance. Then number four is where we have collaborative project. All right. Collaborative project is where you, as a business analyst now, you work with a project manager, you work with a software developer, and then you come up with something, an actual product, an actual thing itself. So that's what we call collaborative projects. You're going to be doing that
Okay.
also in the project. Okay. And number five is what we call, self-directed project. A self-directed project is the one that you do by yourself. Okay. So
Okay.
little or no guidance from anybody. Okay. I mean, if you have any questions, somebody's always there for you to talk to, but you are going to solve this project by yourself. And then sixth and final one is the capstone project. Okay. Now this is also all done by yourself. Okay, with
Mm,
minimal or no communication with anybody. All right. So if you're wrong, you're right. You are going to be solving it by yourself. You do your research, you do all the work that you need to do, just simulating like an actual work. So,
mm,
and that's basically what you go through. So it's simulating. It's everything is going to be based on the fact that you see what we started, beginner friendly projects, and
yes.
now that we scale it up till you are very good. And that's how, we build your confidence also in the space.
Okay,
In
but
this,
we'll
in the
still use
space.
these tools while doing all of these
So,
projects, right?
for business analysis, you're not going to be working on so many Excel, Power BI projects. You're going to work on those projects, but it's not going to be extent is like I said at the during the session, for business analysts, you're not going to be required to become like the best data analyst. So Excel Power BI is not your main skill set. All right. The main skill set of the business analyst is requirement gathering, documentation, managing people, managing
Oh,
tasks,
wow.
using different methodologies and so on and so forth. So you're not going to be using a lot of Excel. You're likely going to be working more with the likes of Jira, Trello, Azure DevOps, and so on and so forth. So if you come to the website, you will likely see all that information there. So I'm just going to show you now. Projects, you said business analysis. All right. So come here. All right. So you're going to be working with Trello, Jira, Confluence, Microsoft Office, Google Sheets, Visio, Azure for process mapping and so on and so forth. So you're not going to be working heavily using analytics, building dashboards and all that. That's not your
But
main
most
area.
roles require all of this Excel and the rest.
Not like they require, they don't, like I said, you are going to learn how to use Excel for analysis and reporting. You're going to learn how to use Power BI, SQL. You're going to do that part of the things you're going to learn. But it's not
Okay.
like they expect you to be a data analyst. Do you
Okay.
understand? Like they don't expect you to be like a data analyst, you're analyzing data, and that's the only thing that you do. The role of a business analyst is more process improvement, process optimization. All right. So in order for you to
Okay.
optimize the process, okay, you need to know what the process is. Okay, you need to understand the process. Take for example, Amazon, for example, wants to improve their delivery system. Let's just use Amazon for example. So usually, let's say they deliver next day. Currently, Amazon, if you order something on Amazon, they will deliver the next day. All right. But now if
Yeah.
Amazon says that, okay, we want to deliver between the next 3 to 5 hours. So if you order something now, we want to deliver within the next 3 to 5 hours. That's process improvement. Okay. So from next day, they want to improve it to if you order something now, that thing will get to you within 3 to 5 hours. How do they get to that point? In order for them to improve that process, they would need to understand the process. And how do they
Okay.
need to understand it? They will need to analyze. In the past, all the orders have been coming in, okay? What are like the top 20 products people order on a daily basis? So you see food items, you see all those things. So is there a way we can ensure that we stock up on these top 20 items? So who does those analysis? Normally it's supposed to be the data analyst, okay? But they want, because you are the one responsible for that process improvement, most organizations want you to do the analysis, okay? And that's what you need to do. So you don't have to be the best data analyst. You just need to be comfortable working with data. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does. Thank you.
Yeah. That's essentially the case. So you're going to learn all that. You learn how to use Excel. You work on projects with Power BI, and so on and so forth to get you that experience in the need. Okay.
All right.
All right. Awesome. Thanks a lot. Sorry. I'm not sure how to pronounce your last name, so I don't want to try. Okay. But yeah. It's good to meet you. Izila. So, thank you very much. Um, Let me see charts if there are charts now. I've made payments. I've background in cybersecurity, but I'm making high success rate jobs. All of you are looking for high success. There's nothing like high success. Okay, high success means that if you do it today, next I don't even know what high success looks like. But like I said, success is in what you focus on. All right, focus is in what you focus on. Success is there. So if you're looking at cybersecurity, we have a ton of people that have gotten a job in cybersecurity. We have guys that have gotten jobs in business analysis. So there's no preference. Don't say there's no preference. There's no something fast. That's something I want you erase from your mind. Somebody can come into the program and get a job in a month. Doesn't mean that you personally or everybody gets a job in a month. It depends on you. It depends on how aggressive you are. It depends on so many factors. All right. So if you're looking at getting a job today, focus on the career path that you want to get a job. So the job is a success. Okay. Um, Just equipment sport on sock. What next? Nothing is next. All you need to do, we're going to be having I mean, if you pay today, myself and yourself, this coming week, we're going to be having a session with you. I would have a session with you. We'll do like a job strategy session to talk about your past experience, where you want to get to, and we're going to talk about all these things. Okay. So that's the next thing we're going to do. Then we'll prep you for the program that's starting in June. All right. I said I was going to prioritize the chat, so that's why I'm answering questions in the chat. So my uncle secure the spot in the SOC. What next? Job strategy session. That's meaning you jump on the culture, examine your past experience, and then move on to how we start the internship essentially. Okay. I need to explain the situation. I can't put it in the chat. Okay. Answered. That's Oluwashola.
Yes,
Olawumi.
good evening.
Yeah.
So please,
You're
I'll
waiting
just
for
make
me.
it, yes.
Okay.
So I'll
All right.
just make it very quick. So my first question is about the class. Is it like a
Okay.
weekend class? I know that it's going to take 4 months. It has been stated
Yes.
already, but is it like an everyday, or how is the class going to be? That's my first question. Then secondly, um I've been thinking of I don't know, I don't actually know which one to go for because I'm an accountant, but I have about 3 years experience in procurement and store inventory. So I believe that one is quite related to project management, but I've had like this kind of I've been thinking of business analysis, so I don't really know. I feel like because while working with procurement, I worked with project managers as well. So I feel like if I'm going for project management, I feel like I'm paying for something that I already have an idea of. So I should go to something entirely different
Okay.
or like that. And then the last thing I want to also say, because I noticed on the payment tab that they're requesting for asking for something EU and EU NA.
Enemy.
I don't know what it means. So that's my question.
Okay. All right. So EU is Europe. So if you're in Europe, so we have the same internship program running for the guys in Canada and the US. All right. So we have the NE. Okay. So for the EU, for the NE guys, so North America, for the North American guys, they're going to be working with startups in the UK, in the US, and in Canada. Okay. So they're going to be working on projects based on startups in the US, in Canada, to get that experience and they need to get a job in Canada and the US. That's a separate time zone and everything else. So for the guys in EU, like I said, and like you reiterated yourself, it's a 4 month internship. Okay. Now in terms of days, in terms of what so you would have to give us at least, 30 minutes every day of your time. Now, the reason why that is, and I will show you very quickly. So if you look at the internship, if I go straight to my internship, I'm just going to show you so it's easier for me to explain to you this way. So you're interested in, have you made payment or you're still confused on what to make payments in? Because I think that's the part. You're thinking project management or something.
Yes.
Just project management, correct?
Or business analyst.
Or BA. Okay. All right, so I'll come to that in a few seconds. So now take your example. This is the business analysis, and I'm just going to go to an earlier session. Let's just say the March cohorts, okay? That started in March. So I'm going to come to internship program. I'm going to view projects, okay? So let me just take a look at this project, and I'm going to look at weekly expectations. So you see, every week you will be required to do something. Every day you'll be required to do something. So you see, this project now this is a 2 weeks project. Now for this project, you have the project kickoff and stakeholder identification, day one. All right, day two, you have understanding mapping and current state. Day three, you have, your drop-in session. I would explain the drop-in session in a few seconds. Task one, task two, task three. Day four, you have mentorship session and you have root cause identification and gap analysis. I would explain these things in a few minutes. All right. Day five, you have something to do every single day. All right. So you could spend the 30 minutes, you could spend 1 hour on it, but you just depending on your time in the day. So if you want to do yours first thing in the morning, you want to do yours in the afternoon, it really doesn't matter. Just ensure that the task for the day is done. That's all that is. That's all that matters. Now, live sessions. Now, you getting your tasks done doesn't have to be a live session. And that's why you can do it anytime you want to do it. So if you're free in the morning, you're free in the afternoon, you're free in the night, that's when you want to do your task for the day, please go ahead to do it. But now, every week, okay, we have 2 live sessions. And that's what we call the drop-in sessions. You see the drop-in session here? That's what we refer to as the drop-in session. Now, this works during the week. We only have 2 drop-in sessions during the week. Now, for these guys, they are having their drop-in sessions on Wednesday. So you see the Wednesday drop-in session, and you see the Friday drop-in session. So they're having their 2 live sessions, Wednesdays and Fridays. Wednesdays and Fridays. Now, that's the only time they have their live classes in a week. Now, these live sessions happens in the evening, only in the evening, anytime from 7 to 10, 11 in the night. That's when you have your live sessions. All right. So we made a not assumption. Most of the people that come in to work with us are, working full time. Okay. So the sessions happens only in the evenings, Monday to Friday. Okay, only 2 times. So this particular guy is the selected Wednesday and Friday. So when you start your own session, yourself and your group, okay, will decide that, okay, we want to have hours Mondays and Friday. Or we want hours, this is the time that works best. So everybody factors their time into consideration and everybody comes up with a time 2 times in a week where you have your drop-in session. Now, your drop-in sessions are live sessions. You have a specialist that would literally, share their screen and walk you through what you need to do or what you're working on, what you need to do, so on and so forth. That's what you happen. That's what happens on a weekly basis. So those are the 2 live sessions that you have in a week. Okay, just 2 sessions in a week. All right. But we also have the Thursday mentorship session. Now, this is the mentorship sessions where we bring in experts on certain aspects, interview preparation. We have mock interview sessions. We have quite a number of things. We talk about salary negotiation. We talk about so many things. So if you come to resources, all right, you'll see mentorship session. You'll see some of the topics that we've done in the past. You'll see this one, the one that the one for last week was mock interview session, live feedback. We have Amdari job success story. So someone that got a job came back to tell their story about how they were able to get a job. So this is Chinanye. All right. I think I played a video at the start of the session. So this was Chinanye. She came back to talk about her own experience and how she was able to get a job. People can ask questions. Okay, it was an NHS. She got a job in the NHS. She was a nurse before. She was working as a nurse, but now she's working as a project manager. So you see, these are the kind of things that you're going to, and this is me when I came in to ask some questions, to ask some clarifications and so on and so forth. So you see, those are the things that you're going to get. All right. So you see this one, another interview playbook. So you're going to be getting a lot of these mentorship sessions every Thursday. All right. So every Thursday, you are going to be getting all those things. Now, for your live session, your drop-in sessions happens twice in a week, like I said. So you can see this one's on May 15th. They had 2 sessions. They had 2 sessions this week on the 13th and on the 15th. Now, if you take a look at these sessions, okay, sorry, give me a second. Watch recording. Click it to watch recording. And you see every session is recorded. So meaning if you miss a session, you will always get access
All
to a
right. Thank
recording
you
of
very
the
much.
session. All right. So you see, this is the walkthrough of the project, and you can see this is Julia talking through the project, the objective of the project, and everything that you're going to be working on in the project. So you have the specialists that would be working with you on a day-to-day basis. But like I said, you would also have access to the, to the project, okay, to the day-to-day task. So you would have tasks that you need to perform every day. All right. The reason why we have this tasks every single day is so that you get yourself embedded in that career path. So you see, as a business analyst, okay, you're going to start with kickoff and stakeholder identification. So in any project that you work in real life, that's usually going to be the first thing. There's going to be a project kickoff meeting where you're going to identify stakeholders you're going to be working with, so on and so forth. Then you move into stakeholder introduction. You move into day 2, understanding and mapping currency. The reason why we've broken down into tasks is so that it's easy for you to finish. Okay? So if you just say that, okay, this is the project, all of you go and work on it, if it's not broken down, a lot of people would not be able to know what to do. All right. So we're broken it down into daily tasks so that if you can spend 30 minutes on it every day, that's fine. If you want to spend on 1 hour, okay, beautiful. Just give us 30 to 1 hour of your time every single day. So if you give us 30 minutes every day, at the end of the week, you would have given us 2.5 hours. So 2.5 hours, essentially. If you give us 1 hour every day, Monday to Friday, okay, aside the drop-in session, you give us 1 hour to work on your task. You're giving us 5 hours at the end of the week. Does that make sense? So I don't know if this answers your question. I think that's answered the structure and the EU and the any aspect. Correct?
Yes, it makes sense. So
Beautiful.
the so about the EU, so I'm in the UK. So what am I supposed to click?
EU. So you have to select EU.
Oh, okay. All right, that's
EU.
fine.
So EU is Europe. So now you're confused about project management or business analysis. Have you taken any course in any of those careers now?
So I've taken a course before in data analysis, but I didn't finish it because I didn't have time.
All right. So you say you've done project management. You have experience in project management,
No, I have experience in procurement and store inventory.
procurement and stuff. Yes. And so it's gonna be tricky, honestly. So the reason why it's tricky is because majority of the project management, business analysis, all are methodologies. All right. You're going to be working with different type of methodologies. Now, for you that don't have any extension, you've not taken any course in it. We have programs on our, if you register now, you would have access to Learn. All right. Now, Learn, you will have access to courses that you can take. So if you look at project management, you will have access to these courses. So project management fundamentals, project management initiation things. You would have to take these courses. Some of these you will need to have to take some of these courses from agile project management fundamentals and so on and so forth. You need to take these extra courses. All right. So if every other person is giving 1 hour, you would have to give a little bit more time to yourself. All right. The reason why that is you cannot give what you don't have. All right. It's as simple as that. So even if as much as we're giving you the experiences and all the things you're working on this exciting project, you need to be able to know the things that you're working on. Does that make sense? So if you're going to be coming into project management, I feel like project management should work for you, honestly. All right. I think it should work for you. For your experience in procurement, store management, you're going to do a lot of documentation and all that. So project management should work for you. But the key thing here is you need to still study a little bit more. But I don't know if that's something you're willing to do anyways.
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine.
You're willing to do that. All
Yeah,
right.
sure.
Have you registered or you're looking at registry?
I'm looking at registering. I'm on it.
Yeah, okay. So once you register, I'll be happy to work with you. Like I said, once you register, this week we're entering into, I'm going to be having one-on-one sessions with everybody that registers today. All right. So we're going to be mapping out your experience, what you've done in the past, what you need to do, and now the program, the internship is going to help you get you a job. So we're going to be doing that tailored sessions this week. So looking forward to speaking on a one-on-one basis with you, Mashallah.
Mm, No problem.
Oh,
Thank you.
no
No
problem.
problem.
Have a wonderful weekend. Bye for now.
You too. Yeah.
I think I'm answering these questions for too long. Well, anyways, I think everybody's Daphne. Yes, let me take a question.
Hello. Okay. I don't know if to say good evening, but greetings to everybody. And Efemina, thank you so much for this session. I'll just go straight to the point. Really, I like to just call myself a problem candidate at this moment. So the thing is,
Okay.
I enrolled for this session sometime beginning of the year, and I lost someone. So I had this grief that really just took me out, like destabilized my plans and a lot of things for the year. So I never took part for once in the whole program. And I was
Mm,
thinking if there was any opportunity to redo it, like even if it means maybe paying the difference of whatever it is for the next cohort just to meet up with it. Because along the
okay.
line with the grief, and then came imposter syndrome, that kind of thing, like good enough,
I get
things
many
like
personal
that.
too.
really.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just wondering if there's an opportunity to um get back into the
So
program.
you registered already before, yeah?
Yes, please.
What program did you register for?
Business analysis.
Okay. All right, do what you did for me, okay? So just send me an email. Did you fill the attendance form?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So if I search for your name, I should have your email. All right.
Yes, yes,
So what I'll do, I'll take down your name, open that for that name.
yes.
Okay. And then somebody will get somebody to I'll get somebody to speak with you. Either myself or send me an email so that we can talk better. Does that work for you?
That'll be fine. Thank
And
you
don't
so
worry,
much.
you're not a problem candidate. I mean, these are very valid reasons, okay?
No
So they're
problem.
very valid. So looking forward to speaking with you this week anyways.
Yeah, thank you.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right, cheers. No
Bye.
problem. Aisha,
Hi, good evening.
hi, good evening. How are you?
Can you hear me? I'm good, thank you. And you?
Well, very well, thank you.
Okay. Okay, let me just go straight to the point. So I think I found out about Mudari like maybe a couple of months ago. I think February or March. And I was really interested. I saw it was all over like my social media. And I don't know what I registered for in terms of like, I think a session, and that got me interested. And I spoke with the person that day one to one, like, okay, this is my situation. I told the person currently, even though I was interested in the project management course. So I did tell the person like, because I had like limited time on my visa, and what I was looking for was to get a role visa sponsorship
Okay.
basically. And that was like my major concentration because I did my master's in project management, and I've done like some internship courses and all of that. But some things happened along the line, but thereabout. But my main focus is getting sponsorship. And I remember the person telling me, oh, they would need to refer me to a sister company. I think I can't remember the name of the other company.
Okay.
Yeah, and that someone would contact me and they would let me know because my situation was different. And someone did reach out to me on WhatsApp, asked me like, what am I looking at, like in terms of what do I want? So I explained to the person, and the person was like, oh, she'll need to confirm. She didn't get back to me, but I had to reach out to her again on WhatsApp, and she was like, oh, she already asked her, and they were like, oh, there's no way they'll be able to help within the time frame of what I'm looking for. I think this was during International Women's Day period. Last month again, I did participate in another session, but I couldn't register just because of what I'd been told the previous time. I don't know, I think because I'm on the group, because I did the internship, the 1 week internship thing. So I'm on the group. So every time there's a session or this and that, I'm always joining. But
Okay.
I had interest from the beginning. It's just what I've been told, and not knowing if I'll get the help I need.
Yeah. So what's the time frame you're working at?
So as March, I think it was March, I reached at first, and I was like, oh, I had like 3 months and all, and they were like, oh, there's no way, or I can't remember how the person puts it, but like they're like, oh, but we're not sure if they'll be able to help me, But that wasn't my thing. It was just more like, it's not like I wanted something like magic or anything to happen. I just, wanted that assurance or something, that along the way, because I've been applying and it's just not, it's the way I'm looking for. So
Okay. All right. So that means you have what? You have less than a month to go.
yeah.
Are you okay? You're not okay. Less than a month. Yeah, looking at project management. Do you have any experience? You've taken courses. You've taken everything in project
Yeah,
management.
I did. When I did my master, I actually did 1 year placement as well. I've done like some internships here and there. I've actually not landed like proper role in it, but it's just more like maybe when there's one internship going on somewhere and I'm just able to join for a period of time, do like things here and there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I'll do for you? Have you registered or you're looking at registering?
I've not registered just because I I
Okay.
don't even know
So
what
what I'll
training.
do also, Aisha, did you fill the attendance?
No, I did not feel it.
Okay, fill the attendance so that I can get your email. So I'll send you an email. What's your last name?
It's
Aisha
Aziz, AZEEZ.
Aziz. Okay. So I will send you an email. If please just do well to fill the attendance, okay?
Where can
So
I
I
get your
can
attendance again, please?
my colleague has just dropped it in the chat. So
In
you'll
chat, okay.
see hello everyone, welcome to another exciting session. Kindly fill the attendance form.
Okay.
You just fill the attendance. I will send you an email so that yourself, Daphne, somebody will send us we'll communicate this week so we can talk better. Okay?
Yes, yes, please. Thank you.
A month is tricky, but
I
very
know.
tricky. But yeah,
I feel like,
yeah,
and I think the painful part was because I feel like I still
more
had
time.
time when I was interested.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but it
do
was
also.
just the,
No,
I didn't get
we
confidence.
don't. It's because it's me. I'm the one speaking with you, but the team we usually would because we've been burned severally in the past where we tell you yes we can work with you and all that. At the end of the day, the person doesn't apply as much as they should.
Ah,
The person
not
doesn't
me.
do as much, and they say that oh you just wanted to collect my money and all that. But
Mm-mm.
at the end of the day, if you're willing to put in the work, why not? Do you get
Every
it?
single day I've not, for the past 1 year, it's something like if it's about putting the work, yeah, 100%, but it's just more like the help. Yeah, getting the help.
Yeah, sure. I'll send you an email so we can talk better. Just to understand, we
Okay.
jump on a call, just to understand
Yeah.
the situation. We would definitely, there are things that we could do to see what we can do.
Yeah.
It's not 100% guarantee because of the
Yeah.
timeline. If we had more time, it means there's more chance of a success, but we'll see what we can do
Mhm.
anyways. Okay?
Yeah. Of course. Thank you so
Awesome.
much.
Thank you so much. It was good chatting with you. Looking forward to
Yeah.
speaking with you
And
later
you
on
too.
this week.
Thank you. Yeah.
Zeta. Is it Zeta or ZTA? ZTA, ZTA, ZTA. Are you there? Okay. ZTA, one more time. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. For taking our time to answer everyone's question. So the key thing is, if the key goal for us essentially is for you to get that experience. The experience is just one of the pathways for you to get the job. Okay. So the reason why we have designed this NHS civil service experience is so that you can get a job within the NHS or the. Hello, ZTA. Do you want to ask a question? I can see
Hello,
you
please.
raised
Are you
your
hearing
hand
me?
again. Yes.
Good evening.
Good
I was one
evening.
that sent you a message in the chat box last week, in the last week's session, and you asked me to send you an email, but you didn't respond back. So
Oh, so sorry. This week I've not really gone through. So currently I'm in Vancouver for the web summit. So I honestly felt I was going to have extra have more time this week to have jumped on calls and do all the things I need to do. But I'm going to respond to you this week. Okay.
okay.
And that's why everything's going to be happening this week. So
Because I
you'll
even
hear from
reached
me
out
this
to
week.
one of your associates to reach out to you if you could, and she said she was going to
Okay.
reach out to you. So I
Yeah,
didn't.
this week was very busy.
Okay.
So currently for the web summit is a live session, physical presence, so no access to laptop and so on. So whenever I get back, it's usually very late in the evening, and that's usually too early for your time. So we couldn't do it. But next week, no long story, long story
Yeah.
short, we're gonna be
Thank,
having a call
thank you so
next week.
much. But the major thing is just I'm pressed for time, so I'm already registered anyway.
In the same, yeah, in the same boat. Okay. All
Yeah.
right, anyway, I'll get to. Don't worry, we'll speak better this week. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, appreciate it. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining today's session. Really had a wonderful time speaking to everybody. Like I said, this is a 4 month immersive experience program that guarantees that you get a job. If you don't get a job, we'll continue to work with you till you get a job. That's the guarantee that we have for you. So if you're looking at getting started, you want us to work with you, to and through, okay, till you get a job. This is the only platform that guarantees you that. No other platform will. All right. So For the people that are going to be speaking, if you've made your payments, we'll be having calls this week. Myself and Michelle will be having that one-on-one conversation for you to know exactly what to do going forward. I'm looking forward to having everyone on board. Thank you very much, and do have a wonderful day ahead. Bye and good night for now. Bye everyone. Bye for now.